This is a pig.
The game blatantly cheated. It's considered a discount title, but low-effort annual games are full prices backwards. Thankfully, the game already seems to be a huge breakout sales success despite being on Game Pass. Yeah, can I be honest with you? Like, I'm excited to play more Expedition today and moving forward as a playthrough, but I'm going to be honest with everyone here. I'm nervous. You want to know why? Yesterday, when I started playing the game, attendance dropped and support faltered. Like yesterday, we hit the support goal before the stream started. And then as I was playing the game, guess how much I raised? $40 during the gameplay segment. So does that mean today when I start playing the game, all of you are going to leave and then it's going to be low attendance, low engagement, low support playing this game? Because I think it's good and I want to play it. It looks like it's a great game, but I don't want this to be another metaphor. I need people who understand RPGs to actually show up, engage, and support when I play an RPG. And I am nervous that today, already, we're going to have an issue where we're going to have difficulty hitting the goal. Everyone's going to leave, and it pisses me off. I love RPGs. You know that. You guys fully supported Suikoden. I did a Suikoden marathon, or not marathon, a Suikoden playthrough, where every stream, we hit my goals. Why can't we also do that for the modern RPG that just came out that apparently is amazing, right?
Goodbye, Kino. Oh, the more I stream, the more my views decline. My face has two folds. Ban some names again, can't let my coping show. And I'll be pulling tonight. Remember, this was all my plan. Snaking you an 8th-month scam every damn night. Endless DMs, ignoring my own wife to felt the trolls. But to all of my fans' delights, I could buy new RGB lights, crystallized glow, a nuclear night flying beam. Once again, they're not synced right. Goodbye, Kino.
How dare you?
I'll be the first in line at your blow, babe. Humiliation, bukkake. And I won't say mad, you can't get fat. But those types of razzes, they got me so hard. It was so worth the subs, goddamn. But all things end, I can't have you back. But I'll jerk off to you with this hand. You were so gay for me, I said.
He's gay.
Inviting me to Hogan's as a friend. I must confess, no trap was set. I am just coping, and I'll be drinking tonight. I really just have no friends. Every bridge burnt cannot man. John Rambo, Howard OJ, milk them for the view so little.
Milking a
they-
human.
But things are gonna be alright. Inheritance is in my sight. Falklander's plan, she's on her deathbed 6 whole years. But I'll use that for pity. Goodbye, kid.
Could you tell me to shut the fuck up? We're doing a show?
I'll be the first in line as your cuckold, celebrating your banging. I won't stay mad, you can't get fat.
She's
But
not.
those are good razzes, they got me so hard, it was so worth the cash, goddamn. But all things end, I can't have you back, but I'll jerk off to you with this. Promise, Catherine, that we quit the champions, but you stay addicted, sweaty man, you're real passion. So when you claim that you love her, remember that you've given more to Hogan, brother. Catherine Weems, you love me. Goodbye, Kino. I'll be the first in line for your pegging. Rambo did that many times. I won't be mad. You can't get fat, but those were the reses that got me so hard. It was so worth the subs, goddamn. But all things end. I can't have you back, but I'll beat off to you with this. Hey! I won't stay mad, you can't get fat. And those were the reses that got me so hard. It was so worth the subs, goddamn. But all things end, I can't have you back, but I'll jerk off to you with this hand.
This guy is sad, bro.
Pathetic.
He thought
Yeah,
you
he's
got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. Phil finally had a friend, but he was a snake. Ah!
Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome back. And before we begin, I just want to recognize and shout out to Ludwig World Order for this incredible music video. It's funny to me how much talent and really creative power some of the so-called detractors have. And meanwhile, you know, basically, Darksydephil is playing children's video games badly and blaming the games, and it is ridiculous. We'll take a moment to welcome in the live chat, whether you're chatting on our kick.com stream or on the YouTube stream, watching on the Twitter stream or the Twitch stream. Welcome one and all. I see we already have good attendance. This was a little unscheduled today. For those unaware, I went to the cabin early this weekend on Thursday and came back yesterday because we had a combined birthday party. And, we do things like Chuck E. Cheese or Sesame Place, things like that for my boys' birthday parties. But this year, my wife wanted to do something a little different, so she found a place which, if you're in the Philadelphia area or Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware area, you may remember a place called TNT Amusements, because they had like infomercials on at like midnight or 2 o'clock in the morning in Philadelphia for years. And it's a place that they have a video game showroom and pinball game showroom all in one, this huge warehouse full of video games, classic video games. I was in my glory today because I haven't played some of these games on an actual arcade machine since I was a child. So today we were playing like Donkey Kong and Galaga and Galaxian and Asteroids and Deluxe Asteroids and just every game imaginable, some more modern games as well, Street Fighter 2 and Marvel vs. Capcom. And you didn't need quarters. So it was a pretty enjoyable time here. I'll share real quickly. I want to give a shout out to them, TNT Amusements in the Philadelphia suburbs. So, boy, there was so many things to do there. And no quarters required. There were some sit-down games. This is a really fun driving game and motorcycle games and just everything you could possibly imagine, as well as all the classics, Pac-Man and Donkey Kong and Asteroids and Galaga. My son was like, these were the graphics when you were a kid? I go, yeah, they were that bad. He was not impressed with a lot of the classic games. I spent most of my time playing this Star Wars trilogy game, which is a lot of fun. It's kind of like Star Wars Battlefront. You can go and attack the AT-AT fighters on Hoth, and there's an Endor mission with the speeders, and of course, blowing up the Death Star. So what could be better than this? For a kid's birthday party. Had a great time, and it's very, very reasonable. So just want to give them a shout out if you're having a birthday party for a young one or even an older person. It's funny, my wife commented that the adults there seem to be having just as much fun as the kids, and I noticed that the adults were gravitating towards the games from when we were kids, like Pac-Man and Asteroids and Galaga and Donkey Kong and Gorf. They had Gorf, man. I haven't played that in so long. And Tempest and Defender and all the classic arcade games. And they both refurbish these things, they fix them, and they sell them. So if you're looking for something for your basement or, arcade room, or if you're having a party, I highly recommend it. They give it to you for hours on end, no quarters required, and they have a party room for birthday cake and all that stuff. So had a great time today. And but today's show is a little unscheduled. So here's what's going on for those unaware. There has been sort of a nuclear bomb dropped on the UFO community with basically a Wall Street Journal article, which is pretty revealing, basically saying that the United States government basically psyoped people, and they had a fake special access program that they told people was about aliens and even made people sign NDAs. So we're finally getting to the root of why all these people are coming out as so-called whistleblowers, totally convinced that the government is working on alien technology. They were psyoped, right? Yes, the TurboShaft GT50 says those are rad nostalgic games, period. Yeah, and there was Centipede. Somebody mentioned Centipede. There was Centipede and Millipede. Tron, the original Tron arcade game, just so many. And I thought that people would get bored and it was too much time that we had there, but people were playing up until they had to be thrown out. Like, it was pretty interesting. So this is a little unscheduled, but I have plenty of material here because, boy, Darksydephil completely and totally, he just completely and totally crashed out this week. And it's good to see. It looks like all of his dents are drying up. The money is really drying up for him. And with that comes the added stress, right? And basically, Darksydephil is crashing out because the support is slowly melting away. And Darksydephil, we saw in the last couple of weeks, he's faking goals. He's literally yelling at the audience and complaining. I could not believe how badly he acted in this past week. So we're going to go over all of that. Take a moment to recognize a kind and generous person already throwing some money in our hat. Era is here with $5. That arcade seems like a perfect place to take a 43-year-old narcissistic gamer trying to relive his gaming glory days. Yeah, he'll blame the machines, though, A-Rob, but we thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show.
Dude, I'm going to make so much money. This is insane.
Yes, and the coffers are a bit light, so we do appreciate your support. I don't have a king's tax, right? Did he not go backwards in Mario and blame the game? Yes. And we will make fun of him while watching him crash out. Absolutely. Like I said, every time I think he can't get any worse, he can't get any more cringy, he does. We'll take a moment to recognize some live chatters over in the Kit Chat. We've got Ray Gunner over there. Shout out to Ray Gunner. And Zoomer Dylan is over there. Mr. One Ball Whale is over there. Mr. One Ball Whale felt it. And God's Silly as Goose is over there. Ultimate TND. And I mentioned Zoomer Dylan. Suffolk government trying to psyop the public. Yeah, so basically all the true believers are crashing out and they're all coping and telling people not to read the article. Oh, it's ridiculous. And by the way, this reporting in the Wall Street Journal confirms much of what I have reported and said, in that we know that the government uses UFOs and aliens as cover for black projects. This Wall Street Journal article basically confirms that. Cadet Mom is here saying, "What's up, man? Yeah, having a great day so far. I played video games all afternoon, and it was fun. I got to say, it was really fun to kind of relive my childhood. And I got to talk to the owner of that place, who's sort of a celebrity in video game and especially pinball circles. Somebody told me he's probably the most famous pinball guy because pinball machines, they're not easy to fix, and that guy fixes all that stuff. He's got a huge warehouse behind the showroom, which I saw. Maybe if we have time for the overtime today, I'll play you some videos. He does have a YouTube channel. I tried to sell him content creating services because I have a media company and I do media for a few other people. But he wasn't very interested. He's a tech, and he's got a bunch of techs working for them, so they do live streams from that place and sort of Q&As where people can call in and ask questions, and they have sales on some of the arcade consoles. I have to say, I was interested in maybe buying an arcade console for my basement, but seeing the prices, I'm like, I think I'll build a MAME cabinet. That's on my goal list to do. So back to Darksydephil, but first, Sean Buckwell is here, recognizing the goal. I normally support Phil because he gives us so much entertainment with all the detractor channels, but he banned me on Kick, so you could have it instead. Well, yeah, suffer Phil, and that's one of the things. He's banning people, that even banning whales lately, and wondering why he's having such trouble hitting the goal. Like, hey, genius, maybe you should stop banning people that send you money. Like, I would, we had some issues here because a few people that were big supporters thought that they could really get away with skirting some of the rules, and we have very few rules, like don't say racist things or attack somebody in the live chat, or but I didn't want to ban people because they were big supporters, so we have to back them down. But Darksydephil is essentially totally banning people that were supporters. So thank you, Sean Buckwell, for your kindness, generosity, and support.
But let's face it, also, money talks.
It does, and thank you for letting your money talk to me. Meh Joe says I'm old. Yeah, if I remember all those classic games the first time with quarters, I do. Remember, I grew up in Philly, and in Philly, every deli, every corner, like every few blocks, at least every 2 or 3 max, there was a little deli on each corner where you could go and buy like small things, milk, eggs, whatever, bread. And they always had 2 or 3 quarter arcade games. So I'd make the rounds in the neighborhood with my pocket full of quarters when I was a boy, and those are fun times. Remember putting your quarter up on the machine while somebody else is playing to let them know that you're next? Those are some good times, and it's fun to relive those times again and see all the games again. I've never seen so many of those classic games in one place. I've been to like somebody's home where they have like a Pac-Man machine, and that's fun. But imagine having every game you remember and really played a lot from your childhood all in one place, and you don't need quarters. So that made it much more fun. My wife really hit it out of the ballpark this year. She found the place and made the plans, and it's funny how many of the adults, because normally you have a kid's birthday party and the adults are kind of sitting there bored, waiting for the thing to be over. But every adult, I saw smiles on everybody's faces. They were playing pinball and Pac-Man and whatever. Darksydephil will put a red mark on my permanent record. Yeah, it's called MAME. You're right. I'm going to get a MAME cabinet. I'm not very big on building things, though. Like, I got enough projects, so I'm trying to find a place where I could buy a MAME cabinet, the cabinet and the joysticks and everything hooked up, and then just put a PC in it and run the software, because then we can have everything, right? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a MAME cabinet. If anybody knows any place where you could get a MAME cabinet, already kind of ready, minus computer and software, email me at trueseekershow@gmail.com, because now my son is like, we got to have arcade in the basement, Dad. I'm like, okay, all right. Wait till he finds out that one cabinet will run every game. I have a friend that has one. It's very impressive, and he also plays all console games on his with emulators up to PlayStation 4, I think. So we're going to get into the Darksydephil clips. One of the things that I thought was the funniest thing is that even some very big streamers, his Nintendo fails getting this Switch. And by the way, I remember driving to the cabin and he was doing his marathon thinking, I don't think he's even going to break even for the for buying the Switch 2 in the game. And he barely broke even, and he complained about it. He bitched and moaned and complained that he didn't make enough money. He only made enough money to cover the cost of a Switch and the game. And to me, it's like, well, are you a moron, Phil? Because aren't you going to use that to stream more games and collect more money? So basically the audience bought it for you, and everything going forward is profit. That's still not enough for him. He expected or wanted something like $3,000. You know, he wanted $3,000 to play video games. It's just ridiculous. And people are making fun of him, and the memes have been crazy this week. But one of the things that I thought was funniest is this. Asmongold, and we want to thank Memology 101 for the clip. Asmongold is just totally making fun of him for his Mario failure. Like, he can't. And the thing that gets me is, like, my son plays these games better than him. My son is let me correct that. Today's his birthday party. He's 9. My son is better at the games that he was playing than he is. Absolutely 100%. I could say that my 9-year-old son is better than Phil at these games. And the thing that gets me about that is that Phil's supposed to be a video game expert. You know, he's been doing this for what, 20, 25 years? He hasn't had a real job. He just plays video games all day. You'd think he'd be better at them. So Phil is failing spectacularly at games made for 8-year-old and 9-year-old children. Like, you can't make this stuff up. He's failing at games made for little kids. And then he's yelling at the audience because he's not collecting enough money. It's crazy.
This literally is a situation where I'm in dire financial straits. And if this stands, where I'm going to be making half as less money on YouTube as I ever did before.
Half as less money.
Starting now. I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to have all my shit reclaimed. You know, credit card bills are going to go default. I'm probably going to have to declare bankruptcy.
Yeah, he did. He basically just fucked everybody and ran up his credit cards and didn't pay anybody.
I'm going to lose everything.
I think he should have lost everything. It would have taught him a lesson in humility and in living beneath your means. You know, like, I know somebody that's got, like, it has to be $100 million. I know somebody that's super, super wealthy. He doesn't DoorDash, right? And like, the fact that Darksydephil is basically like, okay, maybe he's middle class, upper middle class if he's making $100,000 a year. Why is he DoorDashing all at, like, it seems like he does that every day. And remember, that's the cost of takeout food plus the cost of the delivery. It's crazy that he lives so far above his means. He needs a lesson in finances. And the funniest thing is, Darksydephil has a college degree in finance. But this is Asmongold reacting to his terrible failure.
Why is there going to be an influx of new viewers? Asmongold is restreaming me. Why? Why are you restreaming me and shitting on me?
Because it's easy to shit on you and restream you, and it's funny.
Of all people. Whatever. Enjoy.
Okay, this dude is a menace to reality. Dude.
Get him, Asmongold. Get him. Fuck him. Get him.
Then I get hit anyway. What the hell?
I've seen so many of these. Oh, it gets better. It gets better. Give me a minute. Let me pull it up. Put content. No. I saw 5 of these or 6 of these, and I was gonna watch them. Let me go back and make sure that I have all of them lined up. Okay. Yeah, I do. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Oh no!
Oh!
I blew it. I had it. I blew it. Last second.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh. Rainbow Road. There it is.
No way. No way. Go.
He's first place. He's going to win.
Shell on me. No.
He's gonna...
I won anyway. I won anyway. Oh my
Jesus.
god.
Yeah.
He hit me with a blue shell to screw
He
me
won
at
a
the
game
end,
with
and I
Man.
still won.
Wow, what a
Yes.
champion.
He's a champion.
Wow, played
Ultimate.
it. Wow.
Ultimate Rainbow Road victory.
There
Are
it
you
is,
kidding
boys.
Me? Ultimate clause. Yes. Yes.
That's huge. Guys,
Wow.
the god.
Wow, that
The
is so
literal
epic.
god. This was against the bots.
Oh my god!
It was like,
Oh, that's pretty good. This is crazy. Trolly Troll is here. With one for the goal. Thank you, Trolly Troll says. Phil never leaves his house because he knows if he talked to people in real life like he does to those online, he'd get his teeth knocked out. I can't say that I disagree with you. Like, I'm always very cautious with how I talk to you guys. Like, I don't want to, to the point of like, sometimes people come in my chat and they're kind of, I don't want to say assholes. You guys are 99% of people that come in my chat are very nice and supportive, but there's always some kind of critics that come in and say mean shit. And I always have to be very careful. I don't want to like piss off the audience, but Phil is just like, come on guys, really? Like he literally said, is this it? This is all the support we're going to get for the show. Really? He said that during a live stream. But thank you, Troll. Big support.
I have a dangerously low bank account. Please tip me today.
Oh, and we want to take a moment to thank iLeveler, who became a subscriber on Kick. So don't be shy over there on Kick. If you become a subscriber on Kick, or you gift a sub, we give you a big shout out and thank you. So big shout out and thank you to iLeveler, who became a subscriber. Most recent subscriber is iLeveler. Big shout out. Thank you.
Throw money at me.
That's right. We've got Bumside Phil in the house tonight.
the bot round at the beginning,
That was so epic. Oh my god, that couldn't have been written any better. Oh man.
He's so proud of himself for winning at a game made for 8-year-olds against probably super weak AI bot players. Like, come on, dude. I have to say, too, I was kind of surprised by these Switch 2 graphics. I think I was expecting like a little bit more of a leap in graphics. Like, it doesn't look any better than Switch 1, or to me, it doesn't look better than Nintendo 64. I don't know. And they've had years. Like, I know it's miniature console, but still, I expected more. I don't know.
Now do you know why Marvel Rivals makes you play against AI? Does it make more sense now?
Yeah, these bots that he's playing against, it's not even like good AI. It's shit.
Woo!
Man.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
As with Gold feels, I think the same way I do. Like, he can't believe that he's taken such a victory lap playing a game made for 8-year-olds. Like, ooh, congratulations, Phil. You came in first place in a game made for 8-year-olds.
Okay. What's he doing?
Wait! I wasn't in first! Whoa!
What?
I got hit with a blue shell and I was in third.
He accuses the game of cheating him.
He's in first? Yeah. No, you were.
I wasn't in first.
You were in first. It literally says it.
Whoa.
It just says it.
I got hit with a blue shell and I was in third.
He was in first.
Yeah, he was.
How am I supposed to come back now? The game blatantly
They
cheated.
cheated me.
Blue shell hits first. Why did blue shell hit me? I was in third.
Suffer, Phil.
The game literally just cheated.
It's always the game or the
What the hell was
controller
that?
or lag. It's never because he sucks at games, right? What's wrong with his PC?
No, I wasn't in first. I was in
It's a
third.
console, not PC.
Complete bullshit. Don't make an excuse. The game literally just fucking cheated. I was
It's
in
the game
third
cheating.
place and blue shell put me
That's
to
right.
sixth.
Cheating ass cocksucker.
Yep.
That's complete cheating bullshit.
So true.
And again, just
Brandy's
want to tell you
cutting
about
off her
150cc.
husband.
The game will cheat on the hardest difficulty. I was doing fine. I was gonna come back. You hit me with a blue shell when I'm in third.
He can never. Why can't he just say, "Oh, I got felted on that," or what? You know, like my son watches some video game streamers, and sometimes you die in the game, but it's not a big deal. You just acknowledge it, like, oh wow, they got me. Okay, let's keep going, or what? You know, every time Phil does badly in a game, it's the controller's fault, it's the lag fault, it's the other players are cheating or button mashing or whatever. And Brandy Phillips says, if my husband talked like that, he would never have sex again. Yeah, Brandy, let's just say that I have to watch my tone with my wife because she is notorious for that, right? You're like getting ready, you go to bed, time for happy fun time. And she's like, really? The way you talk to me today? You want happy fun time? You gotta be nice, friends. Railroad Bum is here. Now it's a party. If we have time, we'll play your song again. Oh, damn it. I forgot your song. You have a Phil song. I forgot to load it in the cloud, so I apologize. We'll play it on the next Pig Roast. But thank you, Railroad Bum. Says, Suffa Pig Roach, no Whale Mary for you, man child. Yeah, he's always waiting for the person at the end of the stream to help him hit the goal. Thank you, Railroad Bum.
But let's face it also, money talks.
It does talk. And thank you for having it talk to me, right? Let's continue this.
Look at that, man.
This is
Wow,
all
that
his...
pisses me off.
He is a Nintendo failure. How much of a loser at video games are you when you're screwing up and you can't win at games made for 8-year-olds?
Now
I'm
he's
actually
mad.
legit pissed.
Yeah.
People captured all his terrible gameplay.
Right. Look, what did I do wrong?
It was his own shell.
Right.
It was his own,
What did I do wrong?
it's his own shell. Oh no. Okay,
Trash
okay.
because his own shell.
There's another one. This is so good. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
What's going on? What? What the fuck? What the fuck? What just happened?
You suck at
The
games.
game
That's
put
what
me in
just
the wrong
happened.
direction?
Oh my goodness.
The game put me in the wrong direction.
The game put him in the
What is
wrong
this?
direction. He's going backwards on the fucking
God.
track and he's blaming the game.
I think there's a problem with that.
Don't you have Google Maps on this game?
Go
Why did the
backwards,
game put me in the
moron.
wrong fucking direction?
With the game, dude.
And now it stole my item.
Oh god. 15 foot. Oh Jesus Christ! Let's see if there's any more of these.
Mario Kart. Yeah.
Yeah, bad game. This game is unfair. What the fuck? And where is it? Where is it? No, it's not this one. There's got to be another one, right? Fuck, I think that might be all of them. I'm so disappointed. I thought there were more. Well, the odds are, give it a day or so, and there's gonna be more. Oh my fucking god. The game doesn't explain what you're doing. They need to patch it for sure. Yeah, I guess so. That was good, man.
Thank
It
you,
was.
Railroad.
And wow. And more of this? Yeah, it's so fucking funny to me. I love it. And it worked. It worked though. Even you're watching him. You're right. It did work.
Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. Whoa.
Did that actually work?
There
for
is
him?
another one.
Game journalist pays $449.99 to play the new Mario Kart World badly.
Oh, that's fair. Car drives right into me. Misses all of them, but drives directly into me. I'm not. Wait, I wasn't in first. How am I supposed to come back now? The game blatantly cheated.
Game cheated! What's this?
What? Oh,
Fell down a
I was
chasm.
driving straight. The game clipped me off the edge and made me fall off the track, even though I was driving straight. The game cheated a million times.
Totally the game
I was hitting
cheated.
the boxes. It wasn't giving me an item. Pretending like the guy
Game
in front of me
made
got
for
it. No, he
kids.
didn't. I hit the box.
Yeah.
It was blatantly abusing the system over and over. What a piece of shit.
that's right.
I couldn't see. I couldn't see the stage. Was I supposed to be there? Come on, my first win. Can we get some support for my first win in Mario Kart World, baby? On the
I won a game made for kids. Everybody sent me money.
hardest difficulty.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Jesus Christ, man, this shit is fucking funny. And who's this guy? I think it's hilarious.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. And if that's fucking still alive, yeah, bro, he's still living. He's doing fine. Oh,
People are asking Asmongold if he's still. Oh, he's still
there's
alive.
also Night Rain.
I guess people assumed he would die of starvation by now. Yeah, he was terrible at this game too. Look at this. Just terrible. You're just gonna stand by the door and hurl arrows? Not gonna engage the enemy?
This is a fucking joke. This is stupid as
He
fuck.
blames that game too.
There was no way I could help him.
It's the game
I tried.
programmer's
There was no way
fault
I could help
that
him.
he's terrible at this
And
game.
then the enemy can hit me
Totally
through the
their
fucking
fault.
wall.
Totally their fault.
This game is fucking ass, man. It really is. Why does
Always
he
the
hit me
game's
through the
fault.
wall?
It's never his fault.
Perfectly.
This is amazing. This is actually fucking amazing. This can't be. Blue shell energy, yes. I don't know what to do about this. It's so fucking funny, man. Come on, it's the fucking game. Yeah, this is the average solo queue experience. Is that right? Is that it? Okay, let me see. I pull up any of these other ones. Yeah, I already saw a lot of these anyway.
Yeah, what were you saying, Buckwell, about me sucking? Here's
Oh,
your
look.
redemption right here.
I want an
There it
8-year-old
is.
Dame. Great.
Where was Asmongold there? Why wasn't Asmongold watching me there? Where were you, Asmongold? What were you busy doing?
Well, he wasn't.
That's
drunk
right, clip
on
that
can
shit.
like you.
Clip that and send it to him. There you go. I thought I suck. I thought I'm horrible. How could I possibly win a knockout tour match?
Oh, wow. Wow. We're going to go to the next clip, but before we do that, I want to thank Sandra McDonald, big-time show supporter, long-time show supporter, for a kind and generous $7.99 Australian. Says, imagine waking up at 70 only to realize you frittered your life away trying to make a living, never growing up. Yeah, good point. Very, very good point, right?
I have a dangerously low bank account. Please tip me today.
Yes, I have a dangerously low bank account, but thanks to the kindness and generosity and support of all of you, it won't be low for long. OzCub with $4.99. Steve, my subs loves your interview with links. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. I was kind of on the fence about whether to cover that or not, but I thought some people would enjoy it. She's a very, divisive person. A lot of people really don't like her, and a lot of people do like her. But thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. Glad your subs like that
Dude,
interview.
I'm going to make so much money. This is insane.
Yes. And we're all caught up. Let me check in with the Kick viewers as well. We read all of those as well. And we have Robert P. USA gifted 10 subs. Big support over on Kick. 10 subs. Holy jeez. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity and your support. Robert P. USA, the MVP of Kick subs for today.
Cash money, bitches. Cash money.
Cash money. Thank you very much for your kindness, generosity, and support. It is much, much appreciated. Robert P. USA over on Kick, dropping sub bombs. We need some more of those. So thank you for your kindness, right? Woohoo. Yeah, absolutely. So I got a bunch more clips to share with you. Well, since we're already on Mario Kart, let's do this one first. This is Darksydephil complaining. He says the Switch 2 is already dead, and he's complaining about Mario Kart. And this is from Snort Hogan. Be sure to go and subscribe to him. We appreciate the clips.
I got the drip. Okay. Anyway, thanks for the early support. All right. Where to start? Because we got so much to talk about today. Seriously, there's so much to talk about.
Level Loser Podcast.
How about this? Let's start
Yes.
with the Switch 2. All right. And it's funny because actually I think the Switch 2 looks better when you hold it like this. Because it actually says Switch 2. That's kind of, oh, that looks like, I'm going to show you the Switch 2. I'll show you the
Okay,
logo.
we have a good question from Ozcop. Says, I know nothing about UFOs. Is Bob Lazar real? Well, as a person, he's real, but he's a fake government scientist. He was never a scientist. His education is fake. He was bankrupt at the time he came out with the story. He later ran a whorehouse and got convicted for being a convicted pimp who ran a whorehouse. His story doesn't add up, Ozcob. I think it's largely fake, but thank you for your generosity and support.
Throw money at me.
And we have Top Jacko-Matic says, just got back from boot camp. What did I miss? Did you really? Wow. Well, good for you. I bet you're like eating real food and stuff. I heard the food in the military is kind of processed and not very good. But hopefully, maybe you had a better time. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. Big support from Top Jacko-Matic.
Why did I spend the money? Someone asked me, why did I spend all that money? Because I'm going to get more. Trust me. I know I'm going to get more. I know I'm going to get more money. You don't have to worry about it.
Thank you, Top Jacko-Matic. So let's continue with our feltoning of Darksydephil, and the feltonings will continue.
The Switch 2. Okay, so folks, the Switch 2 launch is over. All right, and I mean it officially. It's actually completely done. And what do I mean by that? I mean, there was a hype for about 2 days for the Switch 2.
It was longer than that.
Okay, everyone ran out and got their Switch 2s, and their Switch 2s got delivered. They installed Mario Kart World. They played it for a day or two. And then, over this weekend, everyone sobered up.
Oh,
all that
sure.
buzz that everyone had,
Mr.
that
Expert.
day one hype Switch 2 excitement, fizzled out. And
It's still
then
going.
people realized,
It depends. You know, my son's 9. He's very excited about a Switch 2. He doesn't have one yet. We haven't gotten him one yet because he got a Switch 1 on his birthday last year. So he hasn't gotten it yet. And I noticed him and his friends at the arcade today were all talking about Switch 2 and upcoming Switch 2 games. You know, and I'm no expert, but I will listen to my child, and all of his friends are very excited about it. So I think Phil's missed the mark on this, Mr. Expert on video games. He just doesn't like it because he sucked at playing the games on it so far.
oh, this is Switch 2. Let me take a look at it. Kind of looks like the Switch.
It's the same design, you moron.
Kind of feels like the Switch.
Basically.
Well, I played Mario Kart. Let me see what else I can play on there.
Yeah, he was a pimp. He ran a whorehouse.
What?
And I even talked to some of the whores that
Where are all
worked
the
for him.
games?
Working
it.
girls.
How
I
about that
prefer
doesn't
that term.
even matter to
Sorry,
me,
I don't
right?
mean to call them whores.
One game. I don't know why. I bought a Switch 2 with no games to buy. That's it. There's nothing on here. There's literally nothing to do with your Switch 2. Once you've bought it and you've played Mario Kart, you're done.
No, then you have to
There's nothing else.
buy more
It's
games,
a
you
paperweight.
moron.
Switch 2 is literally a $450 paperweight. There's nothing to do with this console at all right now. Now, give it a few months, you'll have some more exclusive games that will come out for it. But right now, you have two options. Play Mario Kart World or play games you already played on other platforms for an exorbitant amount of money because they're all charging top dollar on Switch 2. Play Cyberpunk again. Play Bravely Default again. Play Street Fighter 6 again. But I already have those games on superior
Is he a
platforms
moron?
as well. Where they run
There's many games for Switch 2 coming out in the coming weeks or months.
better. So why would I want to rebuy them on
he's a
Switch 2
fucking
for
moron.
$70 a pop? And the answer is, you don't. So the Switch 2, after that 2 days of euphoria where everyone was celebrating Mario Kart, has lost
Yeah.
completely its
A
momentum.
$500 console with
After
one
this
game.
weekend where you had
There's more
Summer
than
Game
one. There's
Fest,
plenty
now
of
Xbox
games
Showcase,
for it.
people
But
stopped
some of
buzzing
them
about
are
it.
already available.
And in fact,
They're
it's
not
hilarious
new for
that the whole
Switch
attitudes
or
on the
Switch 2
internet have
exclusive.
shifted from, wow, this is exciting,
Yeah,
to,
why didn't you
wow,
buy
this is
it then?
boring. What am I
Yeah.
doing? But here's the major problem. Mario Kart World, all right? To be transparent
Yeah,
with
more
all of you
Nintendo
now,
Switch
I've
2
now
games
played
coming out in
Mario Kart World
2026,
for about
exactly.
9 to 10 hours. I made about 8 videos of it, okay? Each video about an hour long, some a little bit longer than that. So what's the deal with Mario
He just
Kart
wanted
World?
to buy it to
Okay?
trash it. Yeah.
In a nutshell, better graphics.
Oh, I
Okay.
spent so much time playing Zelda and Zelda 2 on original NES.
Nostalgia bait. Yeah, for sure. Absolute nostalgia bait. If you're a fan of previous Mario Kart games or just Nintendo as a you know creative company and all their IPs and everything, but
Yeah,
outside
well,
of the graphics
new
and the
consoles
nostalgia
generally
bait,
they don't
Mario
have a lot of
Kart
games
World
when they
literally
first come
has
out.
absolutely nothing of substance. And you might
Yeah,
say,
it's
I
called
don't get
Building
it, but it's a
Demand.
new Mario Kart, and
It's
we haven't had
very
a new
good
Mario
point.
Kart
Yeah,
in
he
over a
bought
decade.
2.
You're right.
Yeah, because
And
he's
Mario
got
Kart
money to
World
throw
did
around like
absolutely
that,
nothing to innovate or add anything new whatsoever to the franchise. It's exactly the same. I mean that. It literally is the same as previous Mario Kart.
I guess.
There's
If it
no
wasn't
new
for them, he
added
would have bought 2.
spin,
Yes.
no new way to play. It's the same exact game. Okay. Thank you, Dimitri, for putting us on the front page of Kick. I appreciate that. Now's a good time, actually, for that as I begin to talk about Switch 2 and Mario Kart World. Excellent. Thank you, Dimitri. Okay. So,
He was going to give one away.
FYI,
He ought to give the
Mario
one he has
Kart
away if he
Worlds
really doesn't like it.
only has exactly the same amount of tracks as every previous Mario Kart and nothing more. It's 8 circuits of 4 tracks, so 32 tracks. That's it. They didn't add anything new. They didn't
Mario
say, hey,
Kart
because
is
we're
about
charging
playing
you
with your
$80
friends,
this
Phil.
time.
Oh,
We're going
wait.
to add more
Yeah,
content.
that's his problem.
Absolutely
He doesn't
not.
have any
It's
friends to
exactly
play
the
with.
same amount of content again.
Switch 2 has no games.
There's no actual new
Yeah.
controls or anything to
I'm
it.
gonna
It's
look
exactly
it
the
up
same.
on Amazon.
It still implements all the things from previous Mario Kart. So, for example, when you're doing an aerial trick, you can either press the trigger or you can wiggle your switch to do it however you want to do it. But there's nothing in there at all that's innovative or new or different. When you go to the open world, which is supposed to...
Yeah, he's kind of a moron. He says there's no games. I just looked on Amazon. There's an awful lot of games. And they just have got Cyberpunk 2077 for Nintendo Switch 2, Hitman World of Assassination Signature Edition. Maybe he means there's not a lot of new games, right? Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma, Hogwarts Legacy, Puyo Puyo Tetris 25, Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. Well, that's kind of an older game. Raydu Remastered, The Mystery of the Soulless. There's plenty of games for the Switch 2. I guess he's just too cheap to buy them. Madden NFL 26, Nintendo Switch 2. Daemon X Machina, Titanic Scion, Standard Edition, Nintendo Switch 2. There's plenty of games for it that are available. But maybe he means they're too expensive. There's a lot of these games are like $70. I don't really know. But to say there's no games for it is just factually inaccurate. He's a moron.
To be their selling point, right? Oh, there's an open world in Mario Kart. Wow, that's amazing. It's completely devoid of any kind of energy, character, and point.
Yeah, they'll
You think as soon as you join the open world, it would be like, welcome to the open world of Mario Kart. Here, you can complete challenges, which will earn you unlocks. There's a, get this and unlock a secret area. And do
I should have learned from the
Wolverine doll. They just throw you in the open world and say, well, just mess around. What do you mean? What am I doing? What's the goal? Why am I here? You figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, I bought your game. You tell me what I'm doing. No, you figure it out.
Unless your name is Phil, don't buy it at full price. It'll be under 20
So as you start to
law.
explore the open world, you actually realize there's nothing in it.
It's
just a bunch
I missed so many games that I play what would basically be considered retro games now. You know what site I like? I like GOG.com, Good Old Games. You can get some used to be AAA titles for $10 or whatever, and like I missed so many games because I just kind of lost interest in being a gamer somewhere around Xbox 360 time, that there's so many games I missed on the next 2 generation consoles that I can play those on PC for pennies. And I'm sort of catching up, I'm playing the remastered, what is it? Elder Scrolls, the recent remaster Elder Scrolls, because I missed that game completely. I never played it. in the original version, and that's $50, but that's one of those games that you could play for a year and still not see the whole game.
Of pointless
I
challenges.
like retro games
where you do grind on this rail and collect coins. Okay, complete the challenge. What
Oblivion.
did I get that for?
Yes, that's
Nothing.
what I just started playing it. Oblivion Remastered. Thank you.
Oh, look, there's 5 hidden question mark things to drive over. What do you get when you find them all? I don't know. So why would I do it? If you can't spend 5 seconds,
You're right. There are a lot of
to
them aren't
explain
on Steam.
why I need to explore your open world, why would I care?
I think so far. I'm having a
Nintendo
great
couldn't
time.
even bother to do that. Like, don't
Yeah,
even tell
I played
me what's fun
Skyrim
about this
for
new
like
feature.
a year. I've
Thanks,
seen
Nintendo.
every inch of Skyrim.
So what ends up
every
happening
mission,
is it
every
just becomes a
side
hub.
mission.
While you're doing the online play,
So I'm enjoying
the open world is
Oblivion.
a hub that you just endlessly
Feels very
drive around
similar
while
to
it's
me to
matchmaking you
Skyrim.
for online matches.
Looks
And you'll
beautiful with
occasionally
the
find
remaster.
things, and maybe you'll do a thing here or there, but it's just not special. It's boring. It's literally
I did play more.
incredibly boring. And that's their new thing that they added for Mario Kart World. When you talk about the online play, they've
boring.
completely ruined the races. How? Because there's no more circuit or even set of races. It's just individual one-off races. So no race feels like it's actually important. There's no ranking system in the online play of the
And
game,
again, you're supposed to be
which
playing
is
with your
hilarious.
friends
Every
online,
other game now that has competitive online play has some kind of a ranking system where you tier up, right? You can go to different
There's
levels.
nothing new.
Oh, you're
Then
a
he
rookie,
talks about
then
the
you're a
new
master.
open world
Oh,
feature.
you're gold or
Yes.
silver tier or whatever it is. Not Mario Kart World.
Why
they
do we
couldn't be
need to
bothered with
explore
that.
the open world?
Instead, you get a
Bill is
number
dented.
that you either
Yeah.
gain points or lose points depending on how you place in a
Left 4
race.
Dead 2?
And it's just a number that means
Yeah, that sounds
absolutely
like a
nothing.
good one.
You get nothing for it.
I've
You don't
seen
really show up anywhere.
some
No one's going to
stuff in that.
celebrate if you're the best Mario Kart player because you have a high number in single races. No one cares. So ultimately, all your online play is for nothing. Now, there are 3 online modes.
Yeah, even
Single
Kino
race,
figured
which
out
is
what the
literally
open
you
world was
drive
for in
around
5
in
minutes,
the open
and
world
Ashton
waiting
was
for it to
drunk.
matchmake. Then you get in a race and you race, and then it's done. You get points or lose points.
Hello,
and then you're back to the
Pookly.
open world,
Good
sitting
to
around
see
waiting
you, buddy.
again
How
for
you
the next
doing,
race, and then it
Pookly?
just
I'm
endlessly
having a
does
great
that.
day. I
Like I
hope
said,
you are
there's
too.
no circuit, there's no overall winner, there's no pedestal, no one's awarded a trophy, nothing.
Oh,
You just do it for
He
literally
wanted
no
a trophy. He wanted a trophy. What are you, 5? What are you, 10 years old? You didn't get your trophy, so you're upset? What a pussy. I thought today, Felting Phil would be fun today because I spent the whole day, all afternoon at a classic video game arcade and pinball arcade. And earlier today I was thinking, man, Phil had a tough week, so we should cover Phil tonight. And plus, we're going to have a very busy week this week with our usual paranormal UFO alien kind of content. So I'm glad to be here doing this today. Give me a little respite before the storm comes. Next week is going to be very busy.
no reason. Like, there's no point to it. It's stupid. The way that they've designed it is flawed, okay? Then you've got battle mode, and battle mode also is awesome.
How's he
Battle mode is a
survive being
throwback
so sensitive?
to SNES Mario Kart.
The self-soothing stroking his hair, yeah. He never
You're
won
in a
more
very
than a
small arena.
participation
Mine's really
trophy in his
You're in a very
life.
small arena.
Yeah.
And in that arena, with all these other players, you have balloons and you have items. And all you do is you drive in a circle, grabbing items and hitting other players with them until their balloons are gone. Done. Now, this was cool during the era of
He's
SNES.
seething about
because
a
it meant
children's
multiplayer on your
video
SNES, and it gave another spin to
He's
the
a
game.
shut-in.
Today,
That's how he survives.
Mario Kart's about
Yeah.
racing. The battle mode is boring as hell. Like, I played it a couple matches. I
Yes,
was so bored.
they had
with
R
tears, I
type.
never
Yeah,
played
and
it
I
again.
played that.
The
I
one
played
hidden
every
gem in
game
Mario
there
Kart World
that I
is
could.
Knockout Tour mode, which
Hours
actually
today. It
is
was
the
fun.
one new thing that's in the game. So what is
He's
Knockout
stroking
Tour?
his Lego beard.
It is an elimination style race of 24 players. At first, there's all 24 racing through a map to a goal. When the first 20 qualify, 4 get knocked out. Now only 20 get to continue to drive. And the good thing about
God,
Mario Kart
Phil.
World is they made all the courses connect. So now you can keep driving and connect all these different courses together, keep eliminating 4 more at each checkpoint. And it's actually quite exciting. It's invigorating, and it's very, very fun.
He just said it's totally not fun. They didn't innovate. There's nothing new. Then he goes on to list all the new things that he enjoys in the game, but he's still shitting on it. I don't understand him.
It took me a while, but I finally won one of these matches, and it was super cool. It's probably the only mode I would ever go back to in Mario Kart World.
Yeah.
Because listen to this.
He barely made
I
it.
beat
He
the
barely covered the
entirety of
cost
the
of the
game.
Switch.
All 32
For his whole
courses at the
marathon.
highest difficulty of 150cc in one sitting of 3 hours.
I don't think he put it on the highest
I
difficulty.
unlocked all of
I
that
think he
in 3
lies
hours.
about that. Bego
Done.
Burnell.
Okay, let me go online. Well, single race mode sucks. Battle mode sucks. Ooh, knockout
He's losing
tour is
his
fun.
mind over a
So I ended up
racing
playing
game
a
to
couple
play with
hours of
friends.
knockout tour. So overall, I made 8
Yeah,
videos.
I like
Like I said,
Darksydephil
around
and
9
Strider.
hours of Mario
Yeah.
Kart World. And there's literally no reason for me to ever boot it up on here ever again unless they add more content, or if I feel like I want to play the knockout tour
He
mode for
doesn't
an hour
think
or
before
two
he
for some
says
fun
anything,
online
yeah.
play. But outside of that, the game's done already. And that's the flagship launch title they put on Switch 2. They didn't give you a 20 to 30 hour Mario Odyssey. They didn't give you a 40-hour Zelda. Hell, they didn't even give you a fun 10 to 15-hour Donkey Kong. They gave you a 3-hour Mario
the
Kart,
console
and
just
they sold it
launched,
for
you moron.
$80, telling you that was the system seller for this $450 paperweight.
This is a you didn't support enough rant disguised as a
This
Switch
console
rant.
is
You're
a
right.
joke.
Absolutely.
It does not innovate whatsoever. Taking this controller off magnetically and using it as a mouse is not innovation. You can have a mouse right now on your PC or console. That's not any added value. The fact that they've caught up with other consoles and now can do 4K is not innovative. It doesn't give added value. It's just playing catch up.
I don't know. I would think I'd much rather play a game at 4K than at 1080p. So I think that's a feature a lot of people will appreciate.
This thing is a ripoff. There is no reason to own it unless you absolutely need to play Mario Kart right now, and you will be done with it within a day like everyone else is. People are literally saying, what do I do with this now? What was the hype about?
What do you do with this now? You play it for years to come, probably.
You have to
And the price of the games is pretty high now, but it's going to go down. That's what always happens, Like, I don't know. I always waited. I never bought games on release day. I always waited a month or even 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, because 6 months after the game is released and it's no longer all hyped up, it's half the price. I don't know. Maybe I'm just poor, and I'm a combination of poor and cheap and thrifty.
understand something about Nintendo, because I've said this before and I'll say it again. Nintendo doesn't improve because there is a fan base that buy Nintendo no matter what mistakes they
Yeah, it's
make, no
called
matter
fans.
how
They
underwhelming
have
their stuff
fans.
is, the fan base still buys Nintendo. So Nintendo has absolutely no reason to ever improve. Why would you put something new, special?
I think that he's way off the mark, because I remember original Nintendo and then getting a Super Nintendo, then getting a Nintendo 64, a GameCube. With each generation, they innovate. Now, I kind of fell off the Nintendo wagon after the GameCube. Like, I didn't buy a Switch for myself. I just think a lot of the games are for kids. Nintendo's for kids, and he's having a meltdown over a console that's basically made for kids. My 8-year-old, 9-year-old now, loves his Switch. He takes it everywhere with him. He's got a little carrying case. Like, if we go to like his grandmom's, he brings it with him, and he's got this carrying case with all the games and whatever. He loves it. So, I think that's who we should be asking about the Switch and the Switch 2. Kids, not 45-year-old grown men who never leave their houses.
Innovative on the Switch 2 when people are going to buy it anyway. You know how hard it was to get this thing? It was hard as shit to buy this thing. Ridiculous. Waiting in queues, clicking, have to be there at a super special time when it drops to get it. And you get it. What do I have this for?
It probably is now. I'm not really
it's
too
buyer's
up on it.
remorse. What the hell did I waste all my time on to get this thing when there's nothing to do on it? It's a joke. And it's the same thing when people.
Well, I'm old enough for
rewarding
Nintendo. Pong was a little before my
mediocrity
time.
will never improve.
But I
Nintendo
remember
will never put the extra effort in to make something.
before my father sprang and bought us an Atari, me and my older brother, and he didn't even buy us an Atari. He bought us like the Sears version of Atari because it was a little cheaper. But anyway, he bought like a Pong, I think it was an Odyssey Pong game at a flea market, and we had to show him that we were going to play this thing before he would even spring for an Atari. And Yeah, those were the days, right? I show my son Atari graphics, and he's like, "Really? That's the way graphics were?" And he's like, "Wow, was that like 100 years ago?" I'm like, "I'm not 100, you know."
Special if you keep rewarding.
But when my son complains, like he bought a PlayStation 5 game, and he's like, "These graphics really aren't that good, Dad." And I'm looking at it like, "Let me show you Atari."
them with your money. Do you get it? I am a content creator. It was my job and responsibility to get this thing and
it's
to
his
tell you the
job
truth about it.
to buy a console.
But everyone else who ran out and bought into the hype is now feeling it in their.
No, that's completely wrong too. He didn't have to buy this thing. There's plenty of game streamers all over Twitch and everywhere else that only play PC games. And they're not going to run out and buy a $450 console. Here's what I think. I think Phil ran out and bought this $450 console and a $70 game because he thought he was going to play it on, launch day and make $3,000. That's the only reason he bought this thing. That, and I guess the shit on it.
Wallets. Damn, I just dropped all that money and I got nothing to play on this thing. I don't want to play a game again. I already played on something else and spent $80 to buy it. What a ripoff. Well, then why'd you buy the Switch? Why?
He bought the Switch and hundreds of dollars worth of accessories for it.
It's just really weird that people buy into this bizarre.
You're right.
Hype.
He could do the old
And again,
games on Switch
to reiterate
and do a
my
retro
point,
marathon.
when you reward bad behavior, it never improves. So take a look at Nintendo's history. Every time that they actually do something wrong, they get bailed out anyway.
He lost money.
No
on
one
his
liked
marathon.
the Wii U, so what did people do? They ran out and they bought 1 million amiibos. So Nintendo made an insane amount of money anyway, even though their console and games weren't selling. So why should we change? I just don't get it.
Because it's made for 8-year-olds, you moron.
It's very bizarre. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Switch 2 is a huge disappointment. And now, much like every other Nintendo console up to this point, besides maybe
it's only a disappointment to him because he didn't make any money. Who agrees with me? If he made $3,000 off of launch day and playing these games, don't you think he would be like really happy about the Nintendo Switch 2? This whole rant is really just I didn't get enough money rant disguised as a Switch 2 rant.
SNES. I have absolutely nothing to do with my Switch 2 besides maybe every once in a while say, hey, let's do a night where we just do some Mario Kart Knockout Tour and just have some fun, see if I can win a match or two. That's it. There's nothing else to do with this thing. Now, in a month, there's the new Donkey Kong Bonanza. I am excited for that. That looks good. But this will now collect us for a month.
Excited for
I have
another
nothing to do with it. It will
child's
sit
game.
around, pointless, complete waste of time and money. What's hilarious is everyone who ran out and bought carrying cases like me, okay, I'm guilty of this, and all these accessories, what do you need it for? There's one game.
So return them.
Oh, yeah.
Returning stuff
Anyway.
is a hassle, though. I never return anything. My wife returns everything. Like if we order something on Amazon and I think it's crap and I want to return, my wife does it. I don't do it. Detective is here, big show supporter with one for the goal. Now he's forced to play it for no money with his wife. Suffer, Phil. Yeah, absolutely.
But let's face it also, money talks.
Thank you, Detective, for the support. And Iron Chef Sakai is here. I think you need to add some zeros. Aren't you a big Phil whale? You were, but good to see you here. Everything he says is a terrible take. He could give it to his amazing wife he loves so much. Yeah, that's a very good point, right?
Dude, I'm going to make so much money. This is insane.
Yes, now that Iron Chef Sakai is here, he's going to be dropping dono bombs. I hope. Thank you, Iron Chef Sakai. And Zero is here with one for the goal. Nintendo innovated more with the Switch 2 than Phil has in 15 years of streaming. This is a very good point. He hasn't innovated anything of his streaming except, I bought some RGB lights and another camera. That's the extent of his innovation for 15 years of streaming. You are absolutely correct, Zero.
Without going into specifics yet again, yeah, I have no money. I'm being honest here. I have no money right now.
Oh, gosh. Just the cringiness of this guy, right? Every time I listen to Phil too long, I feel like I need a shower. Does anybody else feel that way? And thank you, David D. Davidson, for one for the goal. He could do a retro marathon. The Switch 2 has a large enough library you could get access to for a nominal fee. He refuses to emulate old games, and now he has no excuse besides he's lazy. Yeah, I mean, isn't there, like, my son has, for the Switch 1, he has some kind of collections. Like, he has a Sonic collection. He just got, what is it, Friday Night at Freddy's, 1 through 5. And they're all very inexpensive. They're not really expensive. There's 100 different games he could play on that Switch 2. You know, instead of boring people to death with his stupid podcasts, maybe he should do the first stream retro gaming. I've been thinking about doing retro gaming streaming because I don't see anybody doing it. But thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. Mr. David D. Davidson dropping one for the goal. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support.
The dollar signs are too powerful for a lot of people, man.
They're not too powerful for me. Not yet. Not yet today. We're waiting on Iron Chef Sakai to drop another bomb, but add some zeros. Right? You want to be a moderator here, Iron Chef Sakai? We'll check in with the Kick Chat periodically here as well. For those that are aware, we read every single super chat and thank everybody for support. And we thank everybody that subs or gifts a sub on Kick. And we thank all the Kick viewers, especially because that's like an extra paycheck for me every month. I really appreciate it.
So, Switch 2 is already dead. You know, it really is. Like, legit, no lie. Everyone over the weekend was like, wow, that's really it? And then started talking about another game that they saw at State of Play or Summer Game Fest. And now this morning, Xbox Showcase. This is completely already done. So.
I don't believe that.
Okay. All right.
I don't believe that. Because there's going to be a second influx of new people that couldn't get it for the launch or it was too expensive. They're waiting for it to come down a little bit. He's just completely and totally seething because he didn't make enough money with his stupid marathon idea.
Big Mac did a $2 super chat. He says, it was Wulong, then Wukong, and now Wu Chong. All Souls likes. That's right. Wulong, Wukong, Wu Chong, Wu Chang, Wu Shang. And now they have Wu-Tang. There actually is a Wu-Tang game. So now you're really confused.
Wow.
The
Wu-Tang
game is not a Souls-like, for the record.
Little racist,
okay.
Phil.
And Mozzie just did a $5 super chat. Says, you know what? I returned my
good
Switch
to know,
Target.
Dave B. But we have Arlene. She's not here right now.
That as well.
We don't need much moderation. We don't have an influx of assholes like Phil.
That you opened your console. You played stuff on it.
Yeah, it hasn't even been out a week. Yeah.
I wasn't aware they would let you do that. I think, video game content, they usually, once you've opened it and
I don't know, it works for my son. He plays
like a controller, they would, but a console, usually no. I'm shocked that
they
actually took it back and gave you your money back. Well, good for you if they did. Oh, you never opened it.
Oh, PWR said Nino did good on their Switch marathon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, good on you if you were on the fence and you bought it and you realized you didn't want to keep it. That was actually a smart move. Pretty smart move. Okay, welcome back to Kickapoo.
It was a joke to entice Iron Chef Sakai into the Dono Bomb. I was joking. I don't think we need any more moderators, but thank you all for the offer.
Someone tipped $2, says, if the console is worthless, then smash it. No, I'm not an idiot.
Yeah, go ahead.
Look at me. Do I look that stupid? No, like I said, in a month, there'll be a new Donkey Kong game.
Positive as meaningful.
Donkey Kong Bonanza? Yes, I do.
Always, Phil.
Looks good. Looks like a good original outing that probably will be more content and better than Mario Kart World. I'm excited for that. Later down the line, there'll be a new Metroid Prime game. I'm sure there'll be a new Mario game. All this stuff will happen. Isn't there? There's new Pokemon.
Sometimes people are just fans of a certain company. Like, a lot of people are buying the Switch because they know there's going to be new titles that will remind them, of earlier titles. Like he said, there's going to be a new Donkey Kong and a new Metroid. Maybe there'll be a new Castlevania, a new Zelda, and other new titles with the, signature Nintendo characters that people have grown up with and love.
This year. I will get use out of my Switch too, just not now. It's literally a $450 paperweight because Mario Kart World is basically a non-game.
Yeah,
It's
I
pretty
think
sad
he did.
how-
Yeah,
what a
It's a
non-game
Me
it
Ken
is.
was one of the
Quite
people
frankly,
that was
you would
banned
think,
from.
oh, this is their
from
system
Bill's
seller
chat.
day one release.
He's a
It's going to
moron
be
for
great and
banning
innovative
that
and
guy.
tons
That
of
guy
content.
used to
And it's
drop
literally the
hundreds of
opposite.
dollars to him. He's
It's
an idiot.
devoid of content. It's the same 32 tracks that you expect from any Mario Kart game and nothing added. Again, shameless nostalgia bait. Has remixed music from all these Nintendo
He can't
franchises.
make up his mind.
And
Yeah,
it
he's
has,
so excited about
redone
the new
tracks
titles,
from
but he's
previous
shitting
games,
all
and
over
that's
the
it.
console.
It's nostalgia bait.
Then
101.
why are you so excited about the new console?
The tech
or
of the
new
Switch could
games
not
if
run the
console
games
is
and was
terrible?
old. They needed an upgrade, but it should have ditched the dumb features and sold it as Switch Pro for a bit cheaper. No, here's the weirdest part. Anytime
Never
in my
seen a
entire
streamer so
history
dumb.
as a creator that I've gotten a new console, right? I started off with Xbox 360, then I got a PS3. I had a Wii.
He does sound
Then,
like Ben Shapiro.
if you
a
remember, we
little
went
bit.
to the next console gen, so I got the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, and then the Wii U. And then we went to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and the Switch.
Whoa, Robert
And
P.,
now
you
here we
must be a
are,
big nerd if you're running
continuing
Arch
on,
Linux.
once again,
Even I have
with,
problems
Switch
with
2.
Arch.
Every
Retro
single
Arch looks
console that
cool.
I have covered as a content creator and a YouTuber, I've had tons of stuff to do with that
Yep,
console at
he
launch.
gave up $500
I can
to
think
Kino
everyone
on one of
remember
his huge
PS4,
whales.
how many
'cause he's
games
a
it had at
fucking
launch?
moron, yeah.
The Xbox with Game Pass, the zillion games
Yeah,
to play.
I commented on that. PPP mentioned that It's a Me Ken got banned from DSP banned It's a Me Ken from his chat. So It's a Me Ken went over to the Kino Casino Nintendo Switch 2 marathon stream and he dropped $500. That could have been DSP's money, but he's a fucking moron. Why would you ban somebody that drops hundreds of dollars in your live chat, right? Page 5 watch party. I work with databases and avoid Arch Linux. Yeah, Arch Linux is tough. I don't know. I've been a Debian guy. I like Debian or Debian derivatives. I like Mint. And I'm a really big fan of Puppy Linux because you can run Puppy Linux on a 10-year-old PC and it flies because it runs in RAM. It's wonderful. I use it for a lot of older computers I have to get a few more years of life out of them before I finally break down and toss them.
This is the only, literally, the only console in history I've covered. There is nothing to play on it. Nothing.
I just
The only thing I
read
can
you
do
off
is
a
just
list of
continuously play
games
Mario Kart.
that are
I've
available.
already played everything else.
He's totally wrong.
There's nothing to do. It's the most boring console launch in history I've ever covered.
Yeah, at the end of
That's
this, he's going to
even
tell
the
everybody to
Wii
show
U,
up for his
which
Twitch
sucked,
2
by the way,
streams. Yeah.
had brand new games on it. Remember
Bieber
Zombie U
Linux.
and
I
how bad
remember
it
that.
was and all that.
That's
But
funny.
there was a
Somebody
ton.
made a Bieber.
You
Justin
could buy
Bieber
a
Linux
ton of
distro.
brand new offerings for Wii U at launch. They weren't good, but at least they existed. They literally don't exist.
Good for you, Indigo Horizon.
On
Praise the
the
cash.
Switch 2. They just didn't try at all.
Yeah, he
Nintendo
forgot
has
about the
stopped
PS5
trying
having
and
almost
has
no
realized
games on launch
our
too.
fan
Yeah.
base is
Absolutely.
so dumb. They will just shamelessly and very oddly, like it's almost like a cult following. They will just buy anything we offer. And they'll be happy to open their wallets and empty them. Even though people complained about the cost of the Switch 2, they still went out and bought it and bought a zillion accessories and everything, and now they have nothing
Welcome,
to do with it.
Plan D is here.
Pretty sad. I just
Xbox Series had like
I don't get
nothing
it,
also.
but
Yeah,
people just
when the
keep-
console
we've
first
fallen
comes
into
out,
this
it doesn't
endless
have
thing.
a
The thing
lot.
is,
You have to
consumers are
wait
becoming more
for the
savvy.
developers to
They are.
figure
Take a
out
look
the
at games these days. People are
programming
now
on the new
falling for the
console.
same tropes and the same things that we've always seen. They're like, we don't want to buy that. I don't want to get that.
You
That's
know
too
about a
samey. That's
cult-like
too much
following.
similar
Yeah.
to something else, or it's not worth
He's
my
got
time.
a-
Good
he's
for
got a
you
cult
if you're
of
if you've
morons
wisened up. But
paying
then
his
Switch
bills.
2 is a huge sales hit. Like, why?
You bought two of these things, you idiot. You bought it twice. Yeah, what a fucking
just don't get it.
moron. He's mad people are buying the Switch and not paying him with their money. Yeah, that's what it is. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, I know. All the
Oh,
Persona
I
games
missed
are going to be
one.
on Game Pass at launch. I'm aware.
Look at that. Indigo Horizon became a YouTube channel member. And if you become a YouTube channel member during a live broadcast, we give you a big shout out and a thank you. So big shout out and thank you to Indigo Horizon. Now you get a member's badge. You get some extra goodies from the members only section. Be sure to check that out. Thank you for becoming a member, Indigo Horizon.
Without going into specifics yet again, yeah, I have no money. I'm being honest here. I have no money right now.
Oh, well, I don't know why that one didn't play.
The dollar signs are too powerful for a lot of people, man.
Thank you, Indigo Horizon. And if you become a YouTube channel member or a subscriber on Kick, we give you a big shout out and thank you. So don't be shy. We love you subs and members. It really does help the show continue. Now, we're almost finished through this, and then I've got some more to share.
Well, JDTV, here's the thing. He says, I'm happy that I can play Pokemon Violet in 60 frames per second. I get that. Listen, I loved Pokemon Scarlet. I actually liked it more than most other people. I thought it was the best Pokemon game I'd ever played. I said it was a shame it ran horribly on the original Switch.
Again, Pokemon games are for children, Phil.
Already played it. I don't want to go back and replay that game on Switch 2 now. You know what I mean? Like, I get it if you're a huge Pokemon fan and you were so disappointed and you want to,
Yeah, but some people will want to play older games on the new console because I have heard that the Switch 1, it was sometimes laggy. Like, it didn't have quite the power processor and graphics-wise that it needed. And some of the games don't run so well on the Switch 1, but I bet you they'll run beautifully on the Switch 2. That alone is a reason to play some of the older games on the new console, you moron.
basically enjoy it how it should have been. Okay. But should you have to pay $450 to enjoy a game from 4 years ago that should have been good at launch? Don't you feel like maybe that's kind of a
I started with Red Hat
that Nintendo was saying, hey, one of the advantages of Switch 2 is you can play the
3.
games that sucked ass on the original console at what they should have been at. Just give us more money. No.
Just give us more money, says the guy who's always crying to his followers to give him more money. You know, Rugged Source, back then, you basically had to build a PC from a list of parts that Linux would support. The drivers were really not great, you know. Whoa, look at that one. Strong Like Bull has gifted 10 Truth Seekers memberships. Big support from Strong Like Bull. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. God bless the cash, Strong Like Bull. And this is why you got to hit that subscribe button, friends, because if a kind and generous soul like Strong Like Bull comes in here and gifts a whole bunch of free memberships, like 10 of them, holy, then you could win one. But you have to be in the live chat and be a subscriber. And then YouTube randomly distributes these gifted memberships to people in the live chat who are subscribers but not yet members. And a bunch of people got a free membership, like the Buddhas of Boston Sports got a free membership from Strong Like Bull. Infamous 14206 got a free membership. Jay Lawyer got a free membership. Miss J got a free membership. Critically Morbid. Grievous Gibman got a free membership from Strong Like Bull. Virgil 16 got a free membership from Strong Like Bull. How do you even say that? Envies Me. That's probably it. Envy Zami got gifted a free membership by Strong Like Bull. Devoured Eagle got a free membership from Strong Like Bull. And Chody Tate got a free membership. All of these people got free memberships because they were subscribers but not yet members. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. And thank you, Strong Like Bull, for your kindness, your generosity, and your support of the show.
The dollar signs are too powerful for a lot of people, man.
No, I didn't want that one. I wanted this one.
Dude, I'm going to make so much money. This is insane.
Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. Much appreciate. Much appreciated, Strong Like Bull. Thank you so much. Yeah, because I need that money. I really, really do. Yeah, I'm going to try to buy another workstation to take to the cabin. For those unaware, you see all these fancy graphics. Like most of my computers are doorstops, and you need a decent CPU and a decent GPU. And I think that the computer at the cabin, the one that I use, I have a couple, but the one that I use most of the time is an old iMac running Linux and Windows because I hate Mac OS. But it's an Intel iMac and a big screen, like a 27-inch iMac. But I tried to run this software that we use to stream. I did a test stream, and it just choked and choked and choked. So I'm going to be buying a better workstation for the cabin. And we appreciate all the support for that. People want to see streams from the cabin. We used to do fireside chats and things like that. We'll be doing that soon. And thank you, Double Tap Ranger Outdoors is here with one for the goal. And by the way, Double Tap Ranger Outdoors, thank you for all of the super chats you dropped during the weekend marathon. I've interrupted the weekend marathon and pushed today's 12-hour long pre-recorded stream to next week But Double Tap Ranger, all during the marathon this weekend, was dropping super chats, and I appreciate that so much because it's not live, so I couldn't thank him. But here I am to thank you. Thank you for your kindness, your generosity, and your support of the show. We'll give you a special one here.
Day one views. Day one inflated views. Make the money. Gee, thanks for the money, dummy.
Give me the money.
I can't wait for the money. I just care about money. I just can't help it. I'm so just enveloped in greed and money. I need money. I need money.
Thank you for your kindness. Really, really appreciate it. Let's continue here. We're almost done. This I didn't make enough money with my Switch 2 investment rant.
How about you fucking make the game good at launch and you don't make us buy another console for it? You know what I mean? It's insane. But again, it's Nintendo, so they get away with it. Nintendo, they get the pass. Why? Can you imagine?
Because people grew up with the characters, you moron, and they like the Nintendo characters that are you can't play the new Mario Kart on an Xbox. You can't play the new, well, I guess you could with some kind of emulator. I don't know, but not directly. Can't play the new Mario Kart on a PlayStation 5.
Okay. Xbox Series X comes out. Halo Infinite comes out. Runs like complete fucking dog shit. Choppy as fuck. Doesn't play well online. Piece of garbage. Huge sales flop. 3 years later, they come out with the Xbox Series X2, and now Halo runs well. Would people be saying, oh, thank God, buy it so we can finally play Halo? No. They'd be destroying Microsoft. They'd be burning them down. Fuck those greedy fucks. What a bunch of shitbags.
Well, I think there was quite a backlash about the price of the Switch 2 and the price of the games on Twitter. Remember, there was a whole hashtag like sort of encouraging Nintendo to lower the price, but funny, they didn't really lower the price.
Oh, great. Finally, we can play Pokemon. I'm so excited. I don't get it.
This is your video game expert. He doesn't get why somebody would want a new Nintendo console at launch. He doesn't understand. He's disconnected. He only wanted it so that he could get those, launch, just what this clip said.
Day one views. Day one inflated views. Make the money. Gee, thanks.
That's why he wanted the Switch, so he could get those day one launch inflated views and make the money. He doesn't care about the actual game. Thank you, Double Tap Rangers, and thank you for those super chats. I'll read them all on tomorrow's show, I promise. Yeah, I'm going to $500 is standard for a launch console. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. So let's see what else we have here. DSP losing it over low support. This one was better, though. DSP otherworldly begged for just receiving $7 for the entire gameplay. And I wanted to say something about this one because Phil routinely uses a guilt sort of his modus operandi when he has an off stream. And by the way, I can only relate to my own experience. And I've had some streams where we didn't get one super chat. I put the goal, but then again, I don't beg like a crackhead like him. Sometimes I'll mention the goal in the beginning of the broadcast. I didn't even do that this time, and I haven't checked in on it. We'll see if we can't do that now. Where is it at? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so we had a goal of 50 super chats, any denomination. So even dollar super chats count. I think that's the least you could send is $1. I'm not sure. But, I don't beg like a crackhead, but I've had streams where we didn't get one super chat. And I noticed that. Yeah, of course I'm going to notice, like, I haven't read a super chat for 2 hours or whatever. But to me, it's not, I wouldn't bitch at the audience about it. It's just a slow night, maybe, and another thing I've noticed is towards the end of the month, the super chats get slower. I think a lot of people are retired or on disability or whatever, and the first of the month is always better for support. I notice these things, but I don't bitch at the audience about them. It's just, you got to get an average going, Because one of the things I noticed, like we had a stream where we had pretty low, like just a couple of super chats. But then the next night, somebody dropped $100 super chat, and somebody bought 10 memberships, and somebody dropped a 50, and a bunch of people dropped $20 super chat. So I couldn't be mad at the day, like he just expects that this money's going to be there, $150 per stream every single time, or else. And one of the things I've noticed that he does is he's constantly saying something like, "This is the lowest supported stream I've ever had. This is the lowest supported stream I've had for a year or 2 years," or "This is the lowest supported." He just constantly says that. And that's to guilt his audience. Like somebody's out there is going to feel bad for me and throw more money at me. It's a tactic. It's a begging tactic. And Sean Buckwell just became a YouTube channel member. So thank you for that. If you become a YouTube channel member during a live broadcast, we'll give you a big shout out and thank you. So big shout out and thank you to Sean Buckwell. Now you've got a member's badge and you could get get the extra goodies on YouTube. Just check our members section. Thank you, Sean Buckwell.
Cash money, bitches. Cash money.
That's right. Cash money. And Master Betty is here with $2. He threw a hissy fit over his marathon again. Yes, I'm aware. That's why we are here. But thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show. Much, much appreciated. Let me see here. Which one haven't we played?
I have a dangerously low bank account. Please tip me today.
Dangerously low, Master Betty, but thank you. And David Davidson with one for the goal. But Phil told me the viewers owe him that money. Their bank accounts are just for holding his cash. That's how he acts. He really does act that way.
Dude, I'm going to make so much money. This is insane.
Thank you, David Davidson. And I have noticed that it seems like in Phil's streams, if you watch them, especially raw, his super chats are slowing down. Like he's only getting $1-2 super chat every once in a while to read. And then he reads them like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I have to read this. It's only $2. Like he's bitter. Sean Buckwell, with all of his bitching and complaining and begging, Phil only plays an average of 2 hours of gameplay a day. That's making $150 an hour for playing video games. Yeah, and it's still not enough for him. That's what is so fascinating to me. Like, imagine that you only make $350 for playing video games. Like, imagine the terrible nature of your life. Like, oh my God, I only made $350 playing video games today, or whatever the case may be. Here, I'm going to share this tab. Somebody made a really good video. Look at this. $344 in donations isn't good enough for this streamer. Listen to him seething here. This is fucking horrific. I would be ashamed of myself. I would be afraid. If I said something like this, I wouldn't want to show my face on the internet ever again. I can't believe that he does this on an almost daily basis. It's just fascinating to me.
Squirt Rocks, thanks for a gifted sub. It sure would be great if other people could support the stream.
Sure would be great, guys. If you other brokies could give me some money.
I don't know what's going on today, quite frankly. Everyone said they wanted the new game. On the new console, I get the new console and the new game. And we've had basically incredibly slow support for a marathon. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know what to say. That's why I'm not even really talking about it, because I'm starting to get upset. So I'm just going to fucking play the game.
He's starting to get upset because $344 in donations isn't good enough for this streamer.
Seriously.
For a couple hours work, $344? I don't know, man. I got a lot of friends that are struggling. And, my wife and I are doing pretty good, and I'm very blessed. I feel very blessed and fortunate that my wife and I are doing pretty good. I mean, things are going to change because her corporate job is moving to Florida, so she's going to have to get a new job. She always finds a way to win in any situation, so I'm not very concerned. And we've got savings. I mean, we're very fortunate. We're very blessed. But I know a lot of guys that are really, really struggling. You know, I got a friend that's Ubering right now, and I used to do that, but the cost of gas and insurance and everything else, and now you need extra insurance to Uber. You know, realistically, sometimes as an Uber driver, you're going to make like $15 an hour, maybe $10 on a slow night, an hour for your time. And this greedy fucking clown sits on his fat ass and plays children's video games for a couple of hours, makes $344, and then he complains that that's not enough.
Not even gonna fucking say nothing. I'm not. I've had enough. I really had enough of the trolls in the chat. They're trying to have a good time with the game, and I gotta hear their bullshit all day. Fucking low-life losers.
Suffer, Phil. Trolls are getting to him.
Squirt Rocks, thanks for a gifted...
Yeah, I just wanted to highlight that. Oh, I had incredibly low support, $344. So low in support. So basically, he almost got a free Switch. You know, like, I got to tell you the truth. If I knew right now that I could buy a Switch 2, take it out of the box, and stream for a couple of hours and make $344, I would do it in an instant, because then I would feel like I almost got a free Switch, and then I would put it back in the box, give it to my son, you know? Because $450 for a working dad, when he's already got a Switch 1 and an Xbox and a PlayStation and a gaming PC, it's a big expense, you know? We might make him wait till Christmas to get a Switch 2. We'll see, you know? I may cave before then. We'll see how he works on me. But let's get into this one, because this one is another one of him seething, crying and complaining that he's not making enough money.
I want you to understand something.
I love this clip.
This literally is a situation where I'm in dire financial straits. And if this stands where I'm going to be making half as less money on YouTube as I ever did before, starting now, I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to have all my shit reclaimed. You know, credit card bills are going to go default. I'm probably going to have to declare bankruptcy. I'm going to lose everything.
Yeah, I did Lyft and Uber for a while, Master.
So yes, guys, if you are watching and enjoying, if you could support the stream in some way, that would be great. Super chats and super stickers and memberships on the YouTube side, subs on the Kick side, or tips, which you could do on either by typing !tip into the chat to support the stream would be outstanding. Goal being 150 on this stream, and we are not even close with 2 hours left, but we got 2 hours left. See what happens. All right.
Meaningful content.
Hey, thank you guys.
Meaningful begging. Yeah.
And please, guys, so now we will not have any further interruptions. 90+ minutes of solid gameplay till the end of the stream. Please support the stream. Right now, we're at like $20.
$23.
So again, one of my worst supported streams ever, but we still have time. Please support.
One of my worst supported streams ever. He says that constantly. They can't all be one of the worst supported streams ever. I've done streams where I got 0 super chats, and I still did the show. I didn't complain. I didn't bitch at the audience, right? I might notice, I'm human. I will notice when those slow nights happen, but I never take it out on the audience, because the audience maybe supported me the day before, and the audience will support me the day after. That's how you become successful as a streamer. You don't berate your audience with your problems. It's ridiculous.
Clear obscure. Okay? All right.
Here he is playing another children's game.
The money.
Bart Simpson.
So, guys, I mean, honest question. Are we ever going to get any support on this stream? Like, we've had... I always thought, okay,
going to get any support on the
at
stream?
least someone would support by the end. I'm not kidding you. There has been one person who contributed the entirety of the gameplay of the stream. 3 hours.
One person.
And it was Darth Fig. $5.
$5.
Are we for real?
That's all you're
What the hell is
worth,
going on?
bro. That's
right
all
now,
you're
while we're
worth.
on Kick, let's get some subs. Let's get some tips, some super chats, memberships on YouTube. What is going on?
Right, Rustin Roar.
What is going
You
on?
are
No, really, what the
correct.
fuck is going on? I don't get it. I've been playing this game for 50 hours. You guys have liked it a lot. Told me to keep playing it.
Yeah,
what the
what's
fuck?
going on?
Let's
Where's
get some
my
support
money?
right now. God damn it.
Let's get some support
it.
right now.
Come
God
on.
damn it.
Dig Biggs did a $2 or a €2 super chat and says, chillax, bro. Well, gee, thanks, Dig Biggs. At least someone did contribute. We're now up to a whopping $25 of support for a stream I've been on since 11:30 this morning.
The board meeting.
Great.
Yeah.
Just as I said in my last video here on DSP Gaming, the situation is dire, and I just want you to understand you can no longer take it for granted that I'm going to be around unless you step up and do something to support.
All right, guys. Well,
Yeah,
last
Bucky's
10 minutes of the
suddenly gonna
stream.
get
I
a
guess this is going to
job.
go down in history as my worst stream in several years, because it really is. Like I said, the only time that I was getting this low support was when I was playing like a Dragon Infinite Wealth last year.
Time to fill
that
out
was
the
it.
office, Max.
I've done
job
better.
app.
Even the
yes.
the slow blueprint streams did better than this. But you remember earlier in the week, last week, we also had a
Yeah,
dead stream. And this started with $30. Now I'm doing 20. So
doing so bad.
it's getting worse and worse.
You guys have to. It's
I don't know what else to
crazy.
say. The common practice here is the game. What it
Like,
is the game.
I don't know. I just, like I said, I relate this to my own show, Meaningful Content. And like, if I was having financial problems, the last thing I would do is go live on a stream and take it out on the viewers. And Sean Buckwell is here and says he gets 150 viewers. 50 of them are detractor channels clipping content. Another 80 are trolls or detractors. There be a few bots, and that leaves max 10 people who are his actual fans. That's the problem. And how much money can you extract from just 10 people that are supporting you? Right? Good Goy is in the kick chat and says, nobody likes the ungrateful. I 100%. And FF9000 is in the kick live chat and says, 90 minutes of continuous gameplay, no pausing, no begging. Yeah, he spent like $1,000 on the Switch if you include all his dumb accessories, and he just bought a wheel, pedal, shifter, controller. Yeah, but those things are all tax write-offs for him. I heard him say a year ago, in a few years, in a matter of a week. Yeah, he can't even get his own story straight.
That I'm playing, I guess people just don't care about this game anymore. It's too long. People have no attention span and can't stick around for lengthy RPGs. I don't know what else to say. I don't. It's not that it's not entertaining. The story's good. The graphics are great. Everything's good.
Everything's good except the host, and that's one of the problems. Like, he never acknowledges. You know, when I've had some slow streams, or I've had some shows where I went, oh, this story is great. I think the audience will love the story. And I worked for a week putting the show and the story together with like slides and presentation and video clips. And then, you know, I don't know, there's been times where like half the audience didn't show up for that. But I have to acknowledge, like, maybe I made a bad choice to run this story. And that's why people didn't show up for it, because they weren't interested in it. I was, but you gotta please the audience. You're there as a show host to entertain and please the audience. And if you pick some, and I have done this, obscure topic that people aren't familiar with or interested in, then it's your fault as a show host if you only get half the audience you usually do, right? Ardnet is here and says, yes, all that stuff is write-offs, but they depreciate over time. I think it's 5 years. Not tax advice. Don't quote me. Yeah, I don't know. My wife's an accountant. I get confused with the depreciation and stuff like that. So I just let her and the tax accountant that does our taxes handle it. Look at him seething. He's like,
Well, yeah, I mean, I think you guys know what I'm going to say, right? You know how disappointed I am with how the stream went. I literally received $7 of support the entirety of the stream. Seriously. I made it was like 16 to 20 bucks on the podcast and then $7 for a 3-hour gameplay stream.
so he only made $23 on this day? No wonder he's seething. No Hogan pulls for you, bitch. No gin money for you. No DoorDash money for you, bitch. No, look, they pointed out that he made basically the equivalent of a McDonald's crew member.
Yeah, it's disappointing. Because, again, it's the game. When I play certain games, people love it.
Oh, it's not the show host is shitty. It's not that your gameplay is shitty. It's not that you're boring to the point. He's so boring that he himself almost falls asleep on his own streams. So what do you think the audience is? Maybe the audience, Phil, maybe you put the whole fucking audience to sleep with your boring drivel and your terrible gameplay and your lack of engagement with the audience. I've seen some of his gaming streams where he just totally ignores the audience. People are saying things, people are commenting. He totally ignores the live chat and he drones on or just ignores the audience and plays the game until a super chat comes and then he reads that. Maybe it's that you're so goddamn boring you put the whole audience to sleep.
Last night we had a truck sim stream that exceeded the goal. When I do Minecraft, we hit and exceed the goal. We've been doing well with everything. It's just
that's another one. Not everybody can make it live. Some people watch the replays. Put the fries in the bag, Phil.
Lipsy says you can probably finish the game next year.
Supper McDonald land, Phil.
People are saying once I beat Act 2, there's a whole hour of story still to go through before you even get to Act 3. Then when you get to Act 3, there's 2 dungeons. So there's no way I'm beating this in one stream. It's probably 2 or 3 more streams.
He is horrible. Why do people watch?
You know? And that's just
his
so
audience
fucking
is dropping
frustrating
off.
and disappointing. A 50-hour game that everyone's, best RPG in a decade. You know, I agree. Wow, it's amazing. The gameplay elements, the graphics, the music. I agree.
They said, Phil, you know, we contribute to you, but it always seems like it's a black hole because it always seems like no matter how much we contribute, you're always still having problems. You're always still in debt and nothing's getting better. I agree with you. Okay, I'll play it. Oh, no, we're not going to show up.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We're going to sit here and complain in the chat.
No matter how much people give him, it's still never enough. Remember, it was only a couple of weeks ago that he got $3,000 from begging on his birthday. That was a couple of weeks ago. You got $3,000. So maybe, just maybe, if you have a stream where you only make $7, you could go, well, I did get $3,000 a few weeks ago, so maybe next week will be better and I'll get more support, and not bitch at your audience. He can't do that. He has to complain and bitch to the audience. I'm not you dents didn't give me enough fucking money today.
That the game sucks. Oh. All right, guys. Well, yeah, disappointment. What can I say?
I like this.
Hopefully, please come back tonight and let's get some support for Street Fighter. I'm going to be playing CVS 2 tonight. It's my only fighting game stream of the week because later in the week we're doing the Switch 2 and Game Fest and other things. So, please.
He's totally
support tonight's Street Fighter stream. Tomorrow we're going to do a stream of Night Rain and a stream of Minecraft. Hopefully those will get support. It sucks that the 2 games that are the longest playthroughs that I invested the most time in are the ones that no one's caring about. So, all right, everyone. Hopefully I will see you tonight for Street Fighter. Peace out.
King's Tax, he got $23 and he won at $150. And I got to say, though, I'm sometimes guilty of that. Like, sometimes I think, wow, maybe I'm putting these goals too high because we rarely hit our goal. Checking in with it, we have 15 of 50. But, you know, we're doing great, though, because people aren't throwing, that's not 15 $1 super chats. It's not a lot of gifted memberships and there's kick subs and, you know, whatever. Just absolutely ridiculous that this guy is always crying, right? DSP's worst day ever in his career. Let's do the daily rap one first, and then we'll close out with that one.
Well, let me tell you.
Thanks to Snort Hogan for the clip. Be sure to go and subscribe to his YouTube channel.
Admittedly, today was kind of a weird day because today we were playing.
This is his cope I didn't make enough money stream. He does a daily rap. And from what I'm able to gather is the daily rap is used to complain to the dents that he didn't make enough money almost every fucking day. That's what his daily rap is. We didn't get enough money today.
Fighting games on a day when normally I wouldn't, you know, because we're not doing Friday night fights this week. And this was kind of a, you know, weird middle of the week, counting down to the release of the Switch 2 and Mario Kart kind of
that's
day.
The reason why you
know, really hype scheduled games. And because of that, today kind of sucked. All right. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to give it to you like it is. I'm going to tell you why today sucked. So here's what happened today. We started off today with a level 1 podcast excuse me, where we talked about a couple of interesting topics that I knew that people wanted me to discuss today because there was some timely stuff that actually happened. First off, Witcher 4 had a tech performance demo release over, I guess it was an Unreal like conference or convention or something like that, where all the devs who were, you know, making games with Unreal Engine were showing their stuff off. And so CD Projekt Red was one of the big ones, and we watched the whole thing and I reacted to it on the podcast. So that was definitely something that was interesting to watch. And that was timely because it just happened today. So I was able to do it pretty much live.
And still,
but then
didn't make enough money.
We had to talk about the future of Blueprints, which sadly, as you know from yesterday, is doing horribly. It's not working as a late stream, and now sadly it's failing as a day stream. So we came to a quick determination.
So his daily rap is, I'm a failure, I'm a failure, I'm a failure, and it's your fault that I'm a failure. You morons should just send me money no matter how shitty my show is.
Yeah, going to attempt to do one more stream of Blueprint, and if it does decently, I'll keep it in the rotation. If it tanks again, we're done. And it sucks because after all the amount of gameplay that we've played, that's a really hard decision for me to make. But I want you to tune in, watch the podcast from this morning, and you'll see why we came to that determination. Okay, we didn't actually even have time after those two things that we did to look for wheels and pedals for PC for future driving streams like Truck Sim. So we'll probably end up doing that tomorrow morning on the show. Okay, so after that, we jumped back into Clear Obscure Expedition 33. Now you remember we had come to an agreement, and the agreement was that we are just going to finish the story of this game. We're going to get to the end, and then at the very end, we're going to see, does it make sense to go do more side content, but we're just going to try to finish it, because at this point, we're over 50 hours in, and the attendance and support is dwindling. 2 streams ago, I think I made like $30-something on the stream. And then last time, because I had brought up, oh man, I don't want to retire the game, I want to beat it, we actually had a rallying, and a bunch of people came to that last Clear Obscure stream and supported it, so we did well. This morning was the worst stream of Clear Obscure.
This is what I said.
And the worst stream that I have actually done
of my life
in about a year and a half. I think the last time I had a stream this dead were the night streams when I was playing Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth almost 2 years ago. All right. Attendance was abysmal. We had less than 150 people on YouTube and only about 40 to 50 people on Kick. So one of the lowest attendance streams I've ever had in my life. Okay. Then the support was non-existent. Like, no exaggeration, we raised about 16 to 20 bucks on the podcast. Guess how much we raised during 3 hours of only story of Clear Obscure?
He's so
$7.
He's so seething over the
for
money.
3 hours of gameplay. Okay? Now, here's the thing. There are people who are watching Clear Obscure on demand, but sadly, this is just not translating into support outside of the views on demand.
This is literally like, I had a job once where they would call us into the office and try to motivate us to sell more crap, you know, sell more shit. And this reminds me of that. Double Tap Ranger Outdoors with one for the goal. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support.
But let's face it also, money talks.
Double Tap Ranger Outdoors, big show supporter. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. Much, much appreciated.
And I feel like, sadly, this is a playthrough where the people who like it are watching it on demand. They're not coming to the streams. I mean, there were some people who were engaging on the streams. It was like 10 people. It was like 5 people on the YouTube side and 5 people on the Kick side. Okay?
Because that's your whole audience. Minus detractors.
So, obviously, this really sucks because I already had a really bad stream of Blueprints the day before. So now we're talking back-to-back terrible streams for engagement and support. That's not good.
Twice in a row, you losers didn't give me the 150 I told you I wanted.
Good. So what do we do? Well, I mean, we're in the end game. I'm basically a few minutes away, likely, from beating Act 2 and then getting into Act 3. And people are saying the story of Act 3 will probably take me 2 streams. And then the game is done. Or, that means skipping all the side content. But people are saying the best content of the game is the side content at the end of the game. And it means I have to skip it because no one will show up and engage and support with this playthrough anymore. I don't know what to do. I have no solution.
Yeah, he
We already
thinks
said
these
that
business
we were going to
meetings
play it to
help.
the end, but just the story.
No,
I
it's
guess that's
just
what we're doing.
it's an
It just seems
excuse
like every
to
time I
bitch at
play
the
this game, we're going to have
audience
no
and
one
try
show
to
up, and it's
extract
going to be
more
a dead
money from
stream
them.
of people complaining that I'm playing this game still. I just don't understand it. I really don't. Why people liked the game for a month and now they don't.
Right, he would do
Or
better
on
there.
top of that,
Yeah.
why people just have no attention span anymore. Because you notice it's every lengthy game that doesn't work anymore. Anything longer than 15 to 20 hours, and it's not
You're right,
multiplayer,
Rugged
people
Source.
freak
Yeah.
out and hate.
They're
I just don't
equally
get it anymore.
cringeworthy.
I don't. As a gamer, it's part of my gaming life and culture. Longer games make sense, especially
Yeah,
when
you'd
you're
be
playing an
stupid not
awesome
to
game
support 'em.
that has tons of story and
Yeah.
content and is getting better and better. And that's what's happening with Claire Obscure. Like, I'm leveling up and we're fighting tougher bosses and things. But it's just not enjoyable when no one's there along for the ride with me. You know what I mean?
He meant it's just not enjoyable when people aren't throwing money at me left and right and center, and you know, I just can't imagine ever doing a stream to complain to my audience that I didn't get enough money today for the work that I did. I can't imagine doing that. And what is so crazy to me is that he does this almost every day, if not every day.
So I'm not going to.
Even when he hits the goals, he does a daily rap bitching and moaning that he's got to keep the goal streak going. And we have to hit 8 more goals before I'll stuff my fat face with fast food as a reward for you.
Lie. The first stream literally sucked. No one showed up, no one engaged, and no one supported, and it's the worst stream I've done in a year and a half. Then, the night stream tonight, because I couldn't do fighting games Friday night, which you guys have been enjoying and supporting recently, Friday night fights. I wanted to do them once this week. So I said, let's do it on Tuesday night just to mix it up and break up the week. So we did more Capcom versus SNK.
It's always
now,
the
admittedly,
audience's
I will
fault.
say that.
Yeah.
Sadly, the
Look at his
matches were
face.
laggy as hell.
Felt it.
Most people are no longer playing this
6
collection.
days a
It's only
week.
2 weeks
You're
old,
right.
and no one wants to play it. And that's just
We have to
pathetically
get back
sad
on track.
that Capcom
Yeah,
again
the
has
money
done it. This is the
track,
third
where I get
collection
free
like
money.
this. Capcom Fighting Collection 1, the Marvel Collection, and now this. It's just, they're dead. No one plays them after a
chastises
couple of
them,
weeks
yeah.
because Capcom doesn't put in crossplay, and the netcode is fucking terrible. Capcom makes no effort to improve, so I end up getting a couple of weeks of content out of them, and then they're dead.
This
And
sucks
that's what's
the
happened
fun
here is
out
the
of
few people who
gaming.
are left actually are cheating.
Totally sucks
I'm
the
not
fun
kidding
out
you.
of gaming.
I actually found someone who had a diamond ranking in the game
He's
who was
entitled to
using
money
a
for
lag
playing
switch.
games
They would get to
terribly,
round
yes.
3, the final round. They had an R2 Sagat, ratio 2 Sagat.
Yes, he probably
They would wait till
bitches
they
at
had
his wife
level 3 super.
when
They
he
would
doesn't
turn
get
on
enough
their
money.
lag switch, which
Yeah.
would make the game go to red connection, and they would just roll super. And you can't block it in the lag. So literally, they would hit you with a level 3 super, and you couldn't do anything about it, and they would win every time. Finally, I said, fuck this, and I realized they were doing it, and I played incredibly hard, and I beat them, and then I said, I'm not playing them again, and I quit. I couldn't believe it. That's who's left. These low-level degenerates are playing this fucking game. Lag.
The reason he sucks at games is because the other people are felting him, and the game has too much lag. One thing I notice is nothing's ever his fault. This is the mark of a real narcissist. Like, a real narcissist won't accept responsibility for anything. It's always somebody else's fault. Oh, I sucked at this game? The game's laggy. The game's cheating me.
Abusing scrubs. Now, overall, it was still a good night. I had some good matches against people, but most of them were insanely laggy. Again, you tell the collection you want a 4 to 5 bar connection, it gives you a red connection. And you can't see the quality of the connection before you join the match. So you can't even say, oh, I don't want that. It's too low bar connection. They did it on purpose because if they did, no one would play the collection. You understand?
Oh, man.
So it's bad. It's a rip-off collection. It's already almost dead. I was trying my best to entertain, and I did. I did some good stuff tonight.
Everything that he doesn't make money at is dead to him. You notice that? It's a form of wage quitting.
But it's really hard when the collection is a piece of garbage and people are already quitting it. So guess what? We raised like $57 of support tonight. The thing was,
You're absolutely
there was
right.
engagement. People were talking all night about the matches. And yes,
Yep.
there were people watching, trolls and everything.
Yeah, this is a very good point. It's also well known summertime stream supports will dip. People are outside doing stuff. It's natural. Yeah, I notice every year there's a spring-summer lag. Speaking of lags, there's a spring-summer dip in my numbers. And the first year, I thought it was that we were doing something wrong. First year or two, maybe, that I was doing this. I thought what the hell am I doing wrong? Like 30-40% of the audience just isn't here anymore. And then a more experienced streamer had to school me and say, like, it's summer, Steve. You'll do better in winter and when it's cold in the fall and early spring. And they're right. Like, people go outside. People are doing outdoor activities. People are going fishing, boating, hiking, camping. They're going outside more. There's outdoor festivals. There's outdoor concerts and stuff. You're going to lose a big chunk of your audience because they're not sitting in their house all summer, right? Very, very good point. And how could he be doing this for 15 years and not know about the spring, summer dip in views?
But no one wanted to support it. So this overall
terrible.
was my worst engaged, worst supported day that I've had in years. And I know why. I said this to the audience.
Because you suck. That's why. Because you have extracted so much money from these people, they don't have anything left to give you. But like a good vampire, you're still trying to suck out whatever's left.
It's because there's no new games right now, right? We've been playing the same shit for a long time. The best streams are chill streams. Minecraft and Truck Simulator are the two games that are doing consistently well because it's relaxing, it's fun, it's interactive. Everything else people are bored of. So perhaps with the Switch 2 coming out, perhaps with other games coming out this month like Mind's Eye, and they're going to announce other games at Summer Game Fest and things coming up.
Thank you,
Maybe it's a godsend, right? Maybe now is the right time for a new console and a new Mario Kart and things, because I think things are just dead. Otherwise, people are just not interested in these games that I'm playing.
Finally learned how to
been
block.
around too long, and they sadly just don't have attention span for them. All I will say is this: if you're someone who likes either Blueprints or Clair Obscur, I don't know where you've been, but I can't. I'm floundering now. You know, I want to play these more. I'm going to do one more stream of Blueprints and see if it works. And if it doesn't, we're done with it. Even though we played as much as we have,
around him, and everybody owes him money. Yeah, he is.
And the same thing with Clair Obscur. Like, I know we're in the end game, but what the hell happened? Where was everyone?
Accepting donations.
I can't do a stream for 10 people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't do a stream for 10 people.
A disappointing, disheartening, frustrating day. On top of all of that, no updates on my Switch 2. I'm waiting all day, nothing. No update, no shipment confirmation, no shipment information.
Yes.
I hope tomorrow's a better day, folks. Here's what we're doing tomorrow.
Who cares?
Okay? On the podcast in the morning, number one, I hope you will come by and rally and support the show. I mean it. Some days we get tons of support for the podcast. Today we had like none. Please come by and support the show in the morning, all right? During that show.
Yeah, wake up early to watch me bitch about video games, right? Cloud Runner 20 with a kind and generous one for the goal. May Phil tank abysmally. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Why did I spend the money? Someone asked me, why did I spend all that money? Because I'm going to get more. Trust me. I know I'm going to get more. I know I'm going to get more money. You don't have to worry about it.
Thank you, Cloud Runner 20. And Shake Pliskin says, give me your money or Blueprints gets it. Yeah, absolutely. This is just so cringe. I would be so ashamed of doing anything like he is doing here. I would just like, I just couldn't live with myself. I would just vanish from the internet. You know, it's funny. I had there was a show host. And he's not around anymore, but he was doing his shows and then he lost his job. So he tried to do his shows full time and it didn't go real well for him. And he had like a fucking meltdown on stream yelling at people to donate. And it just kind of wrecked his whole channel, which makes me wonder, like, how does he keep going like this? No matter how cringe he gets, he still has people throwing money at him. But I really do think it's drying up. I really do think that the donations are drying up. He's faking a lot more tips and stuff because I think he doesn't want to acknowledge to the detractors, you know, that, oh, the money is drying up.
I'm hoping to look for a wheel and pedal for PC. The problem that I think we're going to arise here, people are telling me the best one is the Logitech. But they're telling me it's over $300, and I'm not dropping over $300 on a peripheral that I'm not sold we're going to use all the time. And I just had 3 bad streams. I don't have a ton of excess cash now to drop on this peripheral because 3 bad streams in a row.
What about the $3 grand from your birthday? Why can't you buy it with that money, Phil?
So let's see what happens tomorrow on the show. Maybe it is well supported, and then I'll get the
Positive
Logitech.
and
We'll see what
meaningful
happens. All right.
ultimatums. Yeah.
But after that, we're going to do Elden Ring Night Rain. What I want to do on that stream is see the other 3 bosses I haven't seen. I think one is supposed to be a knight, and then one is oh God, what are they? There were 6 and we saw 3. What the hell were the other 2?
Oh, look at that one. We have Duos, Alpha Ralpha with 1 for the goal, saying roast piggy, yummo, salt pork tonight. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for your kindness.
Without going into specifics yet again, yeah, I have no money. I'm being honest here. I have no money right now.
Well, I had no money, but thanks to Duos, Alpha Ralpha, who's been a member for 7 months. Now I have some money. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show. Much appreciated.
Oh, I'm having a brain fart right now what the other 2 are. But I want to see what they are. You know, I think it'd be pretty cool to see what the final 3 bosses are we haven't seen. Plus, I think in those runs you see other mini bosses we haven't seen yet either. So that'll be fun. So there is Night Rain tomorrow, and I will pick a different character. I won't just keep picking Iron Eye. I'll try either the Duchess or another class.
Oh, well,
okay?
that'll be exciting, won't it?
And then tomorrow night, Minecraft. Why are we doing Minecraft? Because the Minecraft stream on Sunday night did exceptionally well. And I told you guys if we hit the goal, I would do it again. We did. So we're doing it again. So guys, please tomorrow, let's come back. Let's get...
It's not that he wants to keep a promise to the audience. It's that he realized, like, oh, if I do Minecraft, I get the 150 I want. So we'll do more Minecraft.
Engagement. Get people to show up and engage and hang out and like the games. And please come support the streams. All right? I really need to bounce back. I
really need the
One
money.
final thing. I know
really,
people are like,
do.
but Phil, don't you think that everyone is just holding out for the marathon on Thursday? No. No, I don't.
No,
I think a lot of
didn't.
people are getting their Switch 2 on Thursday, and they'll be playing
Nobody
it.
held out.
I think we
Phil.
will have some people for the
just
marathon,
drained.
but I don't think...
See, he bleeds his few supporters dry, and then he cries and complains when he isn't able to bleed them dry the next day. Do you understand? Like, people only have so much money, you fucking moron.
There's literally all the regular supporters have decided to hold off on Thursday. I don't think that's happening. I don't. I'm just being honest with you. Maybe I'm wrong because I've been wrong. Sometimes people say, "Oh no, you know, maybe you're underestimating." And I'm like, maybe I am.
Yes.
I don't think so though. All right. So please have a good evening. I'll see you all in the morning. Hopefully things go better tomorrow. We'll find out. Thanks for those who were here today and did support in some way. I do appreciate you. Let's just hope for a better day tomorrow. And hopefully tomorrow, let's get some damn information about my Switch 2 being on the way. Okay. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Have a good night. See you in the AM. Peace out.
Oh, this is brutal. Absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. We'll go to the last clip for the evening. Old Nosy says, had barbecue pulled pork tonight. DSP will suffer forever. Yes. Yes, he will.
But let's face it also, money talks.
Ha ha! Money talks. Thanks for letting your money talk to me, Old Nosy. And Cootie the Kid 07 just saying big ups, everyone.
Dude, I'm going to make so much money. This is insane.
Ha ha! Thank you for your kindness. Much appreciated. Much, much appreciated. So let's go to this last one. This is Phil seething. Worst day ever in his career. Heavy crash out.
Okay. Are we ready to start? Well, no one has picked the first character. So we're just going to get started. Remember, for a $20 contribution, you can pick a character, and I will use them for a whole set, all right, as one of my team. So let's see who...
He's so desperate for a $20 donation that he's like, yeah, I'll let you pick my character, bitch.
He's going to take advantage of that tonight.
Jesus Christ, man.
Excuse me. But in the meantime, please support the stream. All right. Earlier today, like I said, Clear Obscure was miserable.
I love how before he even starts playing the game, he has to get all the begging in that he can. And one of the things I notice that's funny about him is that he gets seethingly mad when he doesn't get super chats before he even begins playing the game. He wants to get money up front before he even starts the game. He literally holds the gameplay hostage for money.
We did terrible support-wise. I need to make up for that tonight. We got to hit the goal tonight. At the bare minimum, we have to hit 1 goal tonight. If we hit 2 goals tonight, that would be exceptionally great and would make up for earlier. But 1 goal tonight, I need to hit that to make up for how bad Clear Obscure did. Okay.
I need one.
All right, guys. Well, last
really,
10 minutes
really
of the
do.
stream. I guess this is gonna go down in history as my worst stream in several years. 'Cause it really is. Now he went to Bison. He switched
Suffering.
characters.
Live and
Seething
let
and
die.
suffering.
Fight!
Nothing I could do. He literally mashed buttons and got a free combo because it's not a move that I did. I don't even know why I got hit.
The
I
game's
wasn't doing that
fault.
move that
It's the
Honda did.
game's
Gotta be a
fault.
match to remember. Fight!
I don't know what happened there. I didn't do cannon spike. What the fuck? Cannon spike again.
He's getting felted in Street Fighter.
Oh my god, roll super. What? It
Worst
showed
day
the kick.
ever.
It took it back and rolled it back to give him an air throw. Fuck this laggy game. It showed the kick
Yeah, blame the
and then
lag.
it erased the kick and gave him a back
Blame
chop.
the
Laggy
lag.
bullshit. I don't know why I'm getting hit. Never did anything. Again with this roll super bullshit. Well, I'm not doing nothing.
Isn't he supposed to be an
Look at that
expert
bullshit
in
again.
Street Fighter?
No, I can't move.
Like a world champion expert in
Look.
Street Fighter? I
If he
guess
rolls
not.
supers, it gives him a free super. I'm serious. He rolls supers. The game refuses to let me block after roll super. That's twice in a row. All he does is roll super with Sagat. It won't let me block
I
online.
won't let him
So he just
block.
gets away with
Not
it because
that
the
I
game is
missed
trash
block,
and the
not that
netcode
I suck
allows
at
you to
this
do
game.
bullshit and you can't block.
It's the game.
What a fucking scrub.
It's
Dude, that
the
pisses me
game's
off.
fault.
Roll super twice, dude. You know that doesn't hit. You know I'm not going to fucking just stand there and fall for it. It won't block on reaction because the game lags, you fucking idiot. That pisses me off. Twice he's done it. Twice. He won't fucking play legit.
I'm
Off.
a professional gamer. I'm an expert.
Look at that. I hit him,
I'm
then
an
I can't
expert.
move. I legit stuck in place after my own kick. I can't move.
I'm an expert.
That was super. Can't do anything.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, roll super.
Yeah, no wonder people aren't supporting him. Do you want to give money to a guy who's terrible at the game and is losing badly and blaming the game for why he can't win?
Yo, it's so bad. Most of his hits are complete nonsense. I can't do anything about them because of the lag. And he rolls supers a million times because of the lag. I can't respond.
The lag's fault that he sucks at this game.
What's going on? Why did I get hit by the second hit?
Didn't you play Street Fighter competitively?
Well, I got
all over
frozen.
the
I couldn't move.
country?
What the fuck? What? Yo, the guy just Hail Mary level 3 super from mid-screen. It perfectly hits me even though I'm not doing anything. I lose half my
internet
health bar. This
router,
guy is
it's
awful
the
and he gets away with
lag.
everything because of the connections. What a fucking
It's the
asshole.
lag.
Look at
Right,
that!
Blazing
KO, KO. Amazing gameplay, huh? KO, KO.
Go for broke. Fight!
No wonder
Can't
people
do anything.
don't give
Roll
enough
uppercut.
money.
Game will not let me block.
This is terrible.
I'm not doing that. I tried to hop. See what I mean, King Crimson? I can't hop at all. I can't, dude, I can't hop. It will not fucking hop. That was super, dude. Nothing. What? No, I didn't press a button. Get the fuck out of here.
He's so mad at this
Again,
game.
roll.
He's so
See, I can't
mad
little
at
hop.
this.
You saw the giant lag spike? Yo, I can't little hop. Every time I go for little hop, I get a full jump.
it's
So I
the
can't
game's
ever little
fault.
hop because the guy's connection is fucking ass. This guy sucks shit. Roll uppercut, roll super, and I can't do anything about it because his connection is fucking ass. You
Yeah, bullshit. He's blaming the connection. It's so ridiculous. Thank you, Cootie the Kid 07 says Switch 2 is dead on arrival for Piggy. Yeah, absolutely. Like it's the game's fault.
I have no money. Why would you give that man money?
Yeah, that console is terrible because I didn't, quadruple the money that I invested in it. But thank you, Cootie the Kid 07 and Old Nosy's here with one for the goal. He's better off as a fry cook than a seething gamer. Yeah, dude. If I was in his position, I would just disappear from the internet and get a real job and preserve whatever dignity I had left. He has no dignity. He has no, I don't know, man. I know a lot of men, but like he just strikes me as like a bitch, like an entitled, spoiled brat little bitch. But thank you, Old Nosy.
Well, let's face it. Also, money talks.
And thank you for making your money talk to me.
You suck, you fucking bitch. You're terrible. Diamond, he thinks he's good too. He's a diamond player. He's awful. He gets away with basic scrub shit that you should be able to block.
Yeah,
Won't block it online because it actually sucks. He's a fucking scrub.
Relax, dude. Relax.
You fucking annoying ass fucking scrub. Now I'm pissed. Because you're not beating me ever. You haven't beaten me legit once yet. You're still just fucking getting lucky as shit.
He will suffer until he dies begging from his office. You are correct.
Can't block.
You are
Can't block. He gets a full hits here.
This is so positive and so meaningful, Green Man.
Are you kidding?
I'd love to see him have to work, especially a physical job.
I fucking finally he wouldn't die. By the way, his character is 7 times better than mine. Bison is broken. Honda sucks in this, and I'm fucking beating him with this. Hilarious.
After one day of real work.
What? Roll throw, even though he's not close enough to me to throw. It showed her here, then all of a sudden she's closer to me throwing because of the neck up. Whatever you fucking say, Scrub.
Scrub, yeah. You're the one losing, Phil.
There's lag. Why do? Yeah, KO. Now she gets a throw for no reason. Dude, it's so bustedly broken online.
You know what the funny thing is? Isn't this an online game? He's probably getting beaten like this by like 12-year-olds. I imagine some 8 to 12-year-old child is connecting with him for these matches and beating his ass because he's a scrub.
Fine, I already won. KO. Oh, keep playing. Take it back. Fuck this game.
It's always the game's fault. Yeah, everyone has lag.
What? No, you can't do 2 tiger uppercuts before someone can react in CVS2. It's not possible. It's the lag. They gave him 2 instant tiger uppercuts without a chance for getting
Yeah, it looks like
Fuck
a
this
kid's game to me. Yeah.
Why am I getting hit? I never attacked. Why? Roll through again. Roll uppercut. Can't do anything about it, dude. I can't do anything.
Oh god,
it's too laggy.
This is so
Yo, it's
bad.
laggy. Yo, he lag switches. He's a lag switcher. He's lag switching. Look how bad the lag. Yo, he's been doing it all along. Every match at the end of the match, he lag switches. That's how he beat me.
No,
you notice it's red only at the end of the round. He's done it every time. That's why he's able to roll super. What a piece of fucking human garbage.
Loser.
Hey, Ninja INPJ, you cheating piece of fucking shit. Go fuck yourself,
Very
you loser.
sportsmanlike.
What the holy shit was that?
Positive,
What
meaningful
the
content.
fuck, dude? I was not expecting that whatsoever, dude.
You didn't beat me once. You fucking are cheating right now. Look at your internet. Can you believe this shit? He fucking lag switches at the end of the round. That's how he got diamond. You fucking suck, bitch. I can't believe he got diamond cheating. Only at the end of the round it goes red. Get the fuck out of here, dude. I only noticed it then. Because it was the end of the round and I was up on energy. So he tried to do it desperately. He couldn't hide it that time like he was hiding it the other 2 rounds. But you could absolutely see 100% that he was cheating the whole fucking time. Unbelievable, man. All right, now guys, we got about an hour, a little over an hour left on stream.
Yeah,
please let's get some support. We've done very well with this collection since it came out.
My skillful
but I've had some pretty bad streams recently. I need to recover from that and have a good one tonight. So please support the stream tonight. All right, like I said, I already offered this. Yeah, if you contribute $20, you can pick a character for me to use.
Good point.
But you guys haven't done that yet. No one's taking advantage of it. Let's get someone to do that.
In addition to that, I'm getting other ideas.
Can we get another sub? Because, man, let me tell you, I don't know what's going on yesterday and today.
Give me more subs for this terrible gameplay while I'm blaming the computer, the lag, I'm blaming the opponent, I'm accusing the opponents of cheating. Give me money for this positive, meaningful content.
Except for last night where there were some good sub bombs on the Truck Simulator stream, but it's been slow again this week. Like, what's going on? Look at the top 10 right now. Seriously. Let's get some subs on Kick. There's enough of you over there talking shit.
Get some subs.
How about someone support the fucking stream?
Like, whoa.
Let's do it, please. Let's get some support tonight, shall we?
Super Beggar Sampler. Old Nosy with 199. Does Phil weep at night? How does he sleep? Suffer. Yeah, it seems that way, right? It would seem that way.
Throw money at me.
Thank you, Old Nosy. Big show supporter, Old Nosy. Appreciate you. Thanks for appreciating us. He's an embarrassment to men. Yeah, could you imagine him, like, dude, when I was painting houses, that was probably one of the toughest jobs I've ever had. And then I got a job literally digging ditches because I was in between jobs, and that's the only thing I could find. And, you know, I had a friend. He's like, I need you to come and dig all these ditches. Could you imagine Phil digging ditches all day with a shovel, you know, all day long for, you know, 10 or 15 bucks an hour? That would be something to see. I would pay money to film that and broadcast it.
All right, let's continue. Based Alpha Real, there's a rule to not bring up detractors. Why are you constantly bringing up detractors? I mean it. Like, why the fuck do you bring it up every stream? Who gives a fuck what they're doing? They're losers. They have nothing to do without me. They rely on me. I am their master. And they watch shit that's always mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, without me, if I have a day off, they have nothing to do. So,
Phil, fuck you, because I routinely will make more than you just busting your balls for being such a degenerate, despicable human being. So you can say whatever you want about the detractors, but most of them make more money than you. Funny that, isn't it? Isn't it funny? Old Nosy says it's either gin or Hogan pulls, or he passes out. I agree, 100%. 100%.
but let's face it also, money talks.
And thanks for letting your money talk to me, Old Nosy. Much appreciated. We're almost through this, and then I have one more clip to share that will sum up Phil's week. My favorite clip I'm saving for last here. Let's get through this one, though. 5 more minutes of this, 6 more minutes.
Let's not talk about their nonsense. Stop bringing them up and derailing the stream.
When Phil takes a day off.
Guys, come on, let's get some support. I mean, what is it going to take? We got no subs today at all. Well, I think one. All day, I think we have 1 sub on Kick. What the fuck is going on over there? How many of you are over there right now watching? No subs whatsoever.
Again, chastising the audience. All of you are over there. You're watching. Why isn't anybody throwing money at me? Wait, does that work? Hey, all you people over in Kick, you're all watching. Why is there no support? Well, we had a little bit, but not enough. God damn it. Don't make me pull out my professional beggar. You know? I don't know. I have too much you know, like pride in myself to beg like Phil, but it's okay. We have a substitute. So this one's for all you Kick viewers.
Welcome to the Internet Insanity Circus. Welcome. Welcome to the Internet Insanity Circus. Listen, you broke motherfuckers, we have to hit the fucking goal today. So get your fucking wallets out, you bunch of fucking leeches. Let's get some support. Let's get some Kick subscribers. Let's get some gifted subs. We need some fucking subs to hit the almighty goal. God bless the goal. If we hit 50 more goals, I'll stuff my face with shitty fast food, and you get to watch it all. How's that for a reward, you fucking morons? Here at the Internet Insanity Circus, we aren't eating lunch meat sandwiches. We need cash for some crazy expensive DoorDash meals. DoorDash delivers motherfuckers, so you better deliver those donations right into our pockets, bitches. This has been the lowest supported show so far. Too many broke motherfuckers in this audience. Don't you want to see us hit the fucking goal tonight? Let's go. Let's get some support. We need some sub bombs dropping right now. Let's not wait. Stop holding back, you cheap fucking assholes. We need the support now. The stream may be ending soon. This is your last chance to support the stream. Let's go. We need support now. Stop holding back. Let's do it. Let's hit the goal right now, and we can just enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, see, I'm not going to beg. I got a professional to beg for me. I think that's a much better way to do it.
Let's get some support on the YouTube side. Let's get a tip. Come on. Let's get a single super chat. We have like 3 super chats all night.
Super Beggar Sampler.
This is ridiculous. I had a really slow stream earlier today. Are you telling me I'm going to have the slowest day I've had in like 3 years now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo, from full screen in lag. Wow. From full fucking screen.
This is just amazing. Like, terrible gameplay, chastising the audience, guilting the audience, bitching at the audience during terrible gameplay. Like, it's one or the other. Either have good gameplay and beg, or have bad gameplay and don't beg because your gameplay is terrible, but he's doing both.
This battle is about to explode. Fight!
I can't move. I can't. It won't work.
Yeah,
it won't
you're
work.
right.
I'm frozen. I can't
Duty
dash.
beats him with
I'm
live
trying to air
viewers
dash. It won't
every
work.
show.
Just stand
Every
still.
single show, Duty beats him. So
That
does
was super. That was fucking air super.
Toxicity,
Uppercut.
Unmasked, the tractor beam. They
So
all
stupid.
beat
You
him
fucking
in views.
online
We
laggy
probably
spammer
beat him
idiot.
in views.
Ha! You fucking suck. Oh my god. What happened? What happened? I landed, started attacking, and all of a sudden her combo started
Not
hitting.
above shoveling through. So much rejoicing
Complete
for the
fucking laggy
positive,
nonsense.
meaningful content.
Complete laggy nonsense. Wow.
Gunther says Phil's grown on him.
What's going on? Why can't I attack when she rolls? What? Come on! In the middle of a hit string, activate mash.
I only watch the detractor shows and the clips.
What? I can't
don't
block.
watch his
Nothing.
actual
No
stream.
reaction. Can't do anything.
Raw
See?
Phil does beat
He
him,
literally,
yeah.
I'm dominating him.
Most
All of a
the
sudden, it
detractors
drops 2 of my
beat him
inputs. That's it. It's over.
And live
It
viewers.
won't play. It's like it won't catch up to my
More
inputs so
people
that I
show
can
up
play
to
the game.
watch
It just
people
all of a
shit on
sudden,
him
nothing
than
that I do will
actually
happen.
watch
It's
him.
all fucking wrong.
It's
Fuck this
amazing.
game. This game is just a fucking terrible, terrible, terrible version of this fucking. By the way, a diamond player. Oh, you're such a good player, diamond player. Yes, you are.
He's pissed
You
off
fucking
he's not
run
a
away
diamond
and
player.
lag like crazy, and you're a diamond player. Fuck this guy. So I got a $2 anonymous tip, and then Based Alpha Real gifted a sub to Super Bonchan. Thank you, Based Alpha Real. We're at 47 of support. Guys, come on. We only got like 20, 30 minutes left tops. The end of the stream. Let's get freaking support for my content. All right, enough is enough. You know, I understand people are like, oh, that we're playing slow games no one wants. People are here, they're watching, they're enjoying the rage and how bad the fucking game is. Support this goddamn stream right now.
You're support this stream right
I don't want
now.
it. Nope. I don't want it. Is that really it for fighting games? I mean, you guys have been great supporting fighting games up to now. What is going on this week? I want to know what's
You're
going
right.
on. I seriously want to know what the fuck is going on, Dad. Now I've got so many streams this week that no one's supporting. It's really starting to piss me off. Like, what happened?
What happened is that you suck at this. You're terrible. Old Nosy says, DSP on a fish tank with Kino Casino, Steve, and PWR. Well, we thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support.
But let's face it also, money talks.
It does. It definitely talks. We're going to get through this. A few more minutes of this nonsense.
I get it with Blueprint. I get it with Claire Obscure. I don't get it tonight. $50. So this is, again, overall, yeah, if we don't get some support right now, this will be the worst day that I've done in like 2 years. Seriously.
Again, how many times has he said that this is the worst stream he's ever had or the worst day he's ever had?
All fucking day.
Just twisting everybody's arm. It's like, Jesus.
And no one will support. I don't get it. Based Alpha Real, thank you for another gifted sub, man. I don't know what else to say. The common practice here is the game. That's what it is. It's the game that I'm playing. No, to be frank with you, Creed Crimson, I don't think that people are saving for a marathon this week. No, that's not happening. I don't think so at all.
Nope, your
I just
marathon
think, sadly,
sucked.
what's happened is, let's be honest, Blueprints and Claire Obscure have been around for 1 to 2 months each. People are tired of them. They're too long. I like them. I think that they're outstanding games, but people don't have attention span for long games anymore. Okay? So those are failing.
People don't have
you
attention
know?
spans
The
for
show
you,
streams
Phil.
are doing well, right? Minecraft has done exceptionally well. Every single time I've played Truck Simulator, it's done well. But people are wanting new games. That's what it is at this point. They're like, where are the new games? When do we get fresh stuff? This has been fresh, but now it's been 2 weeks. You see now already the good comp is gone. It's just laggy fucking
The
button
game's
mashers.
fault that nobody's sending money. It's the game's fault that nobody's sending money.
So
Jesus
I think
Christ, dude.
people are wanting new games is all it is. Hopefully when new games start coming out, people will support again. But I can't make new games come out. I can't release new games. You know what I mean? I'm doing a marathon on Thursday. I hope people will be there to support it. I don't think anyone's saying, oh, I'm just going to hold
It is
off
hard
until
to watch.
Thursday. I don't think so. Come on.
I'm only doing it
Let's
because
get
I'm getting
one
paid.
final push of support for the very end of the night, the last match, right now. Let's get to 100 by the end of the night. Listen, it's still gonna suck. But if we get to 100 by the end of the night, at least that would be something, okay?
He's trying to make a deal with the audience.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. And this is sad. You know, this is upsetting because I don't know what's going on. This is now
You're
3
seething.
streams this week that have done terribly. 3, not 1 and 2. It's 3. Now, I know that some people are like, oh, well, you got a marathon on Thursday. I do. I absolutely do. I do hope that people are going to come by to the marathon and support it. There's no guarantee.
Yeah, for these 3 that he didn't hit his goal, he was expecting 150, 150, 150, and then expecting $3,000 for the marathon. The greed of this guy is off the charts.
I don't really think that if people are everyone's holding back for that marathon. I don't think so at all, to be honest. I don't. I just think people all want new games, but I need games to come out. You know, we do have.
Yeah, we need new games. It's the game's fault that nobody is throwing money at me left and right. Yeah. So we will end with my favorite clip from this week, and this comes to us from Frony Media. Make sure to follow Frony Media on Twitter. He says, DSP, Phil begged so hard during this marathon, he started to lose his voice. And this is how the marathon ends.
I guess we're done with support, huh? I guess we're done with support. Now, no more coming in? Because I'm done. Like, I'm just going to do my little conclusion. I'm out of here.
We're done.
We're done with support, huh?
We're done with support, huh?
I guess we're done with support. Now, no more coming in?
No more coming
done.
in.
Like,
I'm done. Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys.
We're done with support.
Oh, that's my favorite clip from the marathon. Very, very good. I'll take some comments and questions from the live chat before we bounce on out of here. Game releases have been pretty consistent this year, too. He's just so ignorant. Yeah. Yeah, he's better off flipping burgers than prostituting himself to detractors. I think he could make a lot more money going on detractor shows. Split the super chats. I would do it. If he would come on this show, I'll split the super chats. But you got to sit there in that chair and get grilled for 2-3 hours, right? Take the chair condom off. Suffer. Marathon, yes. A marathon of nonsense, right? I need some support for these nuts. He said his voice was fucked until a little later, where he starts crashing out and screaming about the casino. All of a sudden, his voice gets better right away. Yes, yes. And FF9000 on Kick says, Phil knows deep down the more advanced mechanics exist, but he has to deny them. And also, PWR is flourishing, full screen felting. Cancel the first dragon uppercut into the second. I can't remember how CVS2 plays, but I think you can cancel moves. Yeah. From what I remember, Phil mostly played some East Coast tournaments. His only big trip was to EVO once. And Zoomer Dylan says, he's a bitch. Crash Bar Wedding says, lag. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. We'll go back to the YouTube channel and check for that. I'd pay to see him on duties, Broside Phil, or that being said. Yeah, how much longer can his hug box last? Roasted Piggy. Suffer Phil. PWR isn't exactly flourishing. No, I think his Kino bump is over, right? And he's back to pretty low views. Yeah, thank you for the stream. You're welcome. My pleasure, right? Piggy definitely is a sore loser. Yeah, no matter how many times I see him do this, I can't believe he's this shameless with his begging and his twisting the arm of the audience and there's no other streamer that does it like this, right? I don't know of any other streamer that bitches at his audience for low support and begs and begs and begs like a crackhead so much. The channel is dead, Phil. You killed it. Navy Vet for Life, thank you for your service, says Begathon and the board meetings. Yeah, $100 is going to suck. $100, well, that's going to suck, but it's better than not hitting the 100, right? He's stalking his viewers, yes. Time to strategize with you viewers on how we can hit the quarter's goal. It's just so cringy. Old Nosy Steve rules justice for the victims of Epstein. Well, thank you for that. We appreciate it.
Dude, I'm going to make so much money. This is insane.
Phil banned PWR from chat, but not from donating. Yeah, isn't that nice? PWR should have ramped up the insanity over time. He dropped the yak and got boring fast. Yeah, I've heard that, right? PWR had a stream today about Phil's failing marriage. Coming from a guy who self admits he hasn't been laid since 2014. The casino bump is just getting started after he streamed with them on the Switch launch. It's a Me Ken dropped 410 collective subs on both Kick and YouTube today. He's still a hot dude. Oh, we need It's a Me Ken to come over here. He's welcome anytime. We could use some more sub bombs. I love business meetings outside of work, says Gunther. Yeah, it's just so, oh God, it's just so cringe, man. It's so cringy. I can't believe that. I would think that like his whole channel would be like 6 people watching after a while of doing this. Remember, I've only been watching him since a month before I did that interview with him. So what, like 6 months? And in this 6 months, I am just, nothing surprises me. And like if he got on a stream and started going like, look, I'll take off my pants if you donate 10 subs, or I'll take off my shirt, or I'll do some other kind of self-humiliation rituals, it would not surprise me. It just wouldn't surprise me anymore. Oh, by the way, somebody dropped this in my Discord, which I thought was funny.
This is a pig.
The game blatantly cheated.
This is a pig, right? Oh man, nothing surprises me about this guy. Nothing surprises me. No limits to begging. He'll debase himself for a buck. His wife yelled at him after his interview with you. Yeah, I heard that. Steve, what got you into Phil or hooked up the interview with Phil? How did the whole thing get arranged? Well, I did all those guest spots on the Kino Casino, and so I was curious about some of the people that they cover and whatever. And then, I saw that PPP was doing this show with Phil, and I was like, wait, isn't that the begging gamer guy? And then so I started watching some of the detractor stuff. And then, to be honest, I'm not sure. I think it was PPP who suggested that I interview him. And I'm like, PPP, I'm going to wreck him if I interview him. And PPP is like, well, just do your thing, man. Yeah. So I did a lot of research into him and his history, and that got me interested. And then the interview, I think, I'm rarely nervous for an interview. I was very nervous for that because I wanted to make sure that I saw the Side Scrollers interview, but I thought that even they were too nice to him. Like dead to rights, the bank leaks and everything else. Yeah, I did, Sherry. And you could just search for DSP interview or interviewing the most controversial people. I'll see if I'll find that. It was one of our most watched streams ever. People really tuned in thinking that he was going to get a glazing, though. They didn't know, especially people are not familiar with me. If they're not familiar with me, like my audience knew that this was not going to go well for him. But he thought that he was going to get like a glazed interview about, his history. And I did for 20 minutes. Yeah, Darksydephil interview. I'll drop that in the live chat. It got 35,000 views, which is huge for us here. Our average streams get between 2,000 and 5,000 views, maybe 6, 7 for a bigger show. So that was a big deal. I'll put DSP interview, and I'll put it in the Kick chat as well. If you're interested in that interview, it didn't go well for him. We'll just leave it at that. And that's what started me off on the pig roasts. After the interview, I thought, I can't look away. It's like a car crash, right? You just can't look away. And also, if you guys could do me a big favor, there's other ways to support our efforts here other than just throwing money at me. We definitely appreciate the money, but we're trying to get this Clips channel of ours that we started monetized. So pinned in the YouTube live chat is how to support us by subscribing to the new channel. And I'll just put in the kick chat, sub to new Clips channel. We're trying to get that monetized, and it's become. I thought we were going to have that monetized in a month, but life is what happens when you're busy making plans, right? Operation Shutdown says that interview was amazing. Yeah, nobody thought that it was going to go that way. I think that really helped. Like, people thought, oh, well, Steve's friendly with Kino and Andy and PPP, so he's probably not going to go after him. And my whole thing with going into that interview was to go after him because I wanted somebody to. I've never seen somebody go after him really hard. Side scrollers, kind of, but not really, That's how we all got suckered in. Yeah, once you start, you can't look away. It's like a slow motion car crash. You don't want to see anybody hurt, but you can't not watch it, right? The first pig roast with Steve and PPP was amazing. Yeah, that was a great one too. That was the single biggest earning stream I've ever done in my life. I couldn't read all the super chats. It was crazy. Oh, thanks. Algaray says you won over a lot of people with that DSP interview. It was the perfect setup, says Gunther. Yeah, I thought it went I was just pleased that people liked it because I was worried. I was like, this interviewing Darksydephil is what I call a Evil Knievel show. Like Evil Knievel, people showed up, just as many people showed up to watch Evil Knievel make the jump as showed up to watch him crash and burn. And that was one of those kind of shows, right? Clydesdale says, I missed the last few shows. I was in the middle of moving states. Wow, I hope you're moved and settled. I moved about 5 years ago, and I still got like 18 boxes in my garage that I've yet to unpack. I don't even know what's in them anymore. Moving sucks, Clydesdale, but I hope that you had a good move and an easy move, and it wasn't too arduous, because moving is terrible. Moving with my kids, especially, they have so much shit, man. And then when we moved, there was a mix-up at the U-Haul. We were supposed to get like a big, big U-Haul. We ended up just getting a cargo van because that's all they had, which means I had to make like 4 more trips back and forth from Philadelphia to the suburbs. It was a long, long day. I was never so happy to be done. That last load out of the house. And then it was kind of sad because I was leaving my childhood home. Like, I grew up in that house with my parents, and then, my parents passed away. And I got the house and remodeled it and everything, but me and my wife lived there. It was very emotional to close that door to that family home for the last time, but I would never change it because Philly is turning into a wasteland. And, the neighborhood had gotten bad. Like, our cars were getting broken into all the time, and people were trying to steal your car. They stole the flower pots off of our porch with the flowers in them. That's when I knew it was time to move. And we got very lucky. A real estate developer bought our property because there was a big yard next door, and he was going to build a couple more houses on the property next to us. So we cashed out, and but I will never forget closing that door for the last time and looking back at that house as I got in my car with the last load of stuff. It was very emotional, but I knew I had to better my family because, first of all, Philadelphia school district is terrible. And most people that I know that have any kind of money or are doing okay send their kids to Catholic school, which means you have an extra $5,000 expense per year or more to just get your kids decent school. Here where I'm living now in the suburbs, we live in a very affluent area. There's a golf course and club like right near my house, and people up here have money, and the school district here is like incredible. It is just absolutely incredible. Troll says Steven is slipping. Wilcock barely mentioned him. Yeah, my phone did not blow up quite as much as it usually does with people telling me. For those unaware, the Ancient Aliens former star, David Wilcock, is losing his mind. He's accusing me of being a terrorist, stealing money from his bank account, because we've been felting him so hard for years now. By the way, Steve, you're my unofficial study buddy. Online school can be challenging. You helped me get through it. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Indigo Horizon. And you know what? Every once in a while, I get a little discouraged about the show. It's not growing as much as I would like it to. You know, we've been stuck at 18,000 subscribers for months now. I thought we'd be at 20, but I get to hear from a lot of different people. I hear from truckers who drive long haul, and they tell me they listen to my show nonstop. They just go from one to one to one to one, you know, the whole time they're driving their truck. I hear from Amazon delivery drivers, Uber drivers, people who do DoorDash. I hear from people that work in offices that say they get in trouble because they're laughing out loud, cracking up at some of my shows. And it makes me feel great. So I love to hear stuff like that. Thank you, Indigo Horizon. Gemma Jackson is here and says, good for you, Stephen. Yeah, well, my wife more or less really wanted to, you know, move to the suburbs, have a better life for our children. And I'm sure it was the right decision now, because I would never take it back. When I go to Philly now, to my old neighborhood, I am literally just relieved that we got out of there. And I'm sad for what that neighborhood is becoming. It's basically getting overridden with junkies. It is horrible there now. I still think you should make a fake grift channel, then expose your own grift on this channel. Maybe. Yeah, we can have a good back and forth. Wilcock has begrudgingly come to the realization that he has more than one critic. Well, if you go to our past live streams, I did a whole stream just playing his other critics, felting him, like ridiculously ripping him to shreds, just to prove the point to him. David Wilcock claims I'm his only critic. We found all these other people on the internet that are just ripping him to shreds. All those who are having something more to say get shadow banned or something. These days, it's more frequent. Yeah, Phil is really heavy with that ban hammer. We don't do that here unless we absolutely have to. For example, somebody was in my comments. I don't know, they started attacking my special needs son in my YouTube comments. If you go there, bye-bye, you're getting banned or muted or whatever. But we don't do that unless we absolutely have to. If you're such an asshole, you're going to make fun of a disabled child, whether it's my child or anybody else's child, you are out of here, pal. Cloudrunner 20, we tell everybody about you. Good. Well, bring some friends, tell them to subscribe to our main channel, and please do go over there to the Clips channel. I've pinned the link. I've pinned the link to our Clips channel in both live chats, the Kick live chat and the YouTube live chat. It's pinned. Or just look for Truth Seekers Clips. I'll put it in the Kick Live chat as well. Again, I don't know how I missed that somehow. It's not pinning. Oh, there it is. It is pinning. Okay. So go over to the Clips channel and subscribe. We're trying to get that monetized. If you go over to the Clips channel and subscribe right now, put in the live chat in all capital letters, I subscribe, Stephen, and I'll give you a big shout out and a thank you. We're at 671 subscribers. We need 330 or 29, 329 more subscribers, whatever. And we will get to the point where we can monetize that channel. We have one of the best clips producers ever standing by. We're going to make a deal with them to split the proceeds of the Clips channel or whatever. It's really, really important that we get that Clips channel monetized so that we can employ that Clips producer before they get a gig somewhere else. They're kind of in between gigs right now, so we want to snatch them up. The latest clip on the Clips channel is done by the person that we want to hire to be the more or less full-time Clips producer, Spooky. just go to the Clips channel and go to the latest video, and you'll understand why we need that Clips producer. They do a great job. Actually, I'll share one. I'll share that clip. JJ Jackson, I tell everybody about your channel. The grifters are getting exposed because of your work, and everybody else is keep up the channel. We'll explode this year. I agree. I'm going to keep going. We're here for the marathon, Miss Jackson, not for a sprint. So what's the channel name, Playboy? It's called Truth Seekers Clips. Truth Seekers Clips. Yeah, Algaray says, Steven has melted the brain of multiple people now. Yeah, these grifters, see, here's what used to happen, Algaray. It used to be that these grifters could be out there on the internet grifting, and nobody would speak up and say, like, these people are scamming, and these things they're pushing are fake. Indigo Horizon says Spooky is amazing. Yeah, I absolutely agree. We'll share this latest clip because it comes from our preferred Clips producer. Like I said, I got to hurry up and get that channel monetized because Spooky's in between jobs. And if we can hurry up and get that channel monetized, we can lock Spooky in as the Clips producer. Spooky is the perfect choice for this because Spooky has been involved in this UFO and alien stuff for as long as me, and Spooky understands the content. If we give the Clips channel to somebody that doesn't really understand the content, it's not going to go as well. But this is the latest clip that's on the Clips channel, and it's by Spooky, our preferred Clips producer. So go on over there and subscribe and help us get this channel monetized. I promise you'll be glad that you did, because then Spooky will be let loose. And every time there's a show, Spooky's going to watch the show, clip out the best parts, and upload them to the new Clips channel. Because I get it. Many people have asked us for a Clips channel because they want quick shots, 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute. They don't want to sit through 5-hour streams, and I get that. But we have to have the financial resources to pay the Clips producer to produce the clips. I can't do everything myself. Ha ha! Steven had your old boss on the show. Suffer, bitch!
Winter says Steven had your old boss on his show last week, David. That's great.
Because you need help. Somebody who loves David needs to come in and help him. And David, you need to stay away from Corey Good.
That's great. That's actually exactly what we want. Please do that again and do more of it.
Oh, we will.
Please do that again.
Even after the spectacular Corey Good admission that he made all those stories up, David Wilcox still goes and does an appearance with him live.
Yep. How could you do that?
You're
Anyway,
right,
yeah,
Hardcore.
you're gonna-
I had his old boss on my show who agrees with me that David Wilcock is conning everybody. He's not talking to angels. He doesn't have secret sacred prophecies.
99%.
He's a liar and a con artist and is losing his goddamn mind.
You know, we're comparing it in the suit that we're putting together to the Unabomber. Okay, that's
Said I'm
that's
like
the
the
best
Unabomber.
comparison you can make. Somebody who just wants to go after everybody in the entire community at the same time, and I just happen to be kind of how he got started and figured out what to do. It's pretty freaking crazy. So we're not talking about minor stuff here, and we're talking about widespread, extreme threats to other people, and just a level of hatred and malice. This dream was so powerful, so amazing, in light of the fact that right as she told me this, we
You're right,
knew
Cloud Runner, a
that
lot.
Ezra is cracking down on Steven, and that Steven was using Resplendent Cedar Osprey, those 3 words.
I don't have all the
Resplendent Cedar
counts. He's
Osprey
making this
as his
up.
name. When is David going to say that you are not in the military and that your name is not Ezra? And then he said, these things are not true. We're both being attacked by one individual. We don't necessarily know
He's a liar
what
and
his
he's
name
bald.
is.
Yes.
But this is what he posted the very next day. So it was a blow to my ego, I admit.
Well, again, David Wilcock, tick-tock, motherfucker. You don't get to accuse me of being a child sex predator without consequences. Prove that what I reported on all of the things I mentioned, the Pete Peterson scam, the Anti-Gravity's Coming Soon scam, the Corey Good Secret Space scam where you defrauded the UFO community, your old boss agrees with me, David Wilcock.
Don't do that, Arcade.
Suffer. It has just only begun. You will pay for telling people that I'm a child predator. You will pay for telling people I'm a terrorist. You will pay for telling people I got you swatted. You will pay for telling people I stole money from your bank account. You will pay for telling people I'm sending bombs to people in the mail. You will pay for claiming that I sent you death threats I never sent. You will pay, David. And you've only just begun. You have no idea what is coming for you. There you go. That's the latest clip on the Clips channel. We'd like to get hundreds more of them if we could get this channel monetized. Well, one moment here. That's weird. I'll have to check into that. There's an ad on that, and it shouldn't be. I used to think DSP dents are stupid, but then I can't get over people giving Wilcock money. That's next level. Suffer Wilcock. Ha ha ha. Yeah, you're right, Cherie. I think many, Cherie is here and says, I think many who gravitate towards men like David are desperately trying to reach out and connect with somebody. They need that bond, even though it's dysfunctional. Yeah, he preys on vulnerable people. Luca Horvat is here and says, Wilcock is losing it. Yeah, and he's going to be losing it even more because, oh boy, wait till you hear next week. We've got a whistleblower from his not directly from his shady aerospace company, but we have this engineer that they tried to recruit to help them build anti-gravity and free energy. And boy, does he got some shit to dish on. And we've also got Cliff High coming on of Webbot fame, who's going to be ripping Wilcock to shreds. It's going to be wonderful. And I got a lot more for him. I got an awful lot more for him, right? And any updates on the Truth Seekers Gonzo reporter, John Christian Spadavaccia? He'll be coming on this week, I believe, right? And Gunther says, this is what made me laugh during the clip that I was playing. I made a better fake aerospace company in Kerbal Space Program as a kid. I like that game. That game was fun. I showed my girlfriend the Stavati Aerospace website, and she asked if a grade schooler made those renders. Yes. Yes. Yeah. What channel has the stream about David's detractors? I can put it in the live chat. You could go to our latest live streams, and that show is called David Wilcock Exposed. The Ascension Scam is coming soon. The Ascension is coming soon scam, and he has more than one critic. I'll put that in the live chat just for you or anybody else that wants to catch up maybe with the dark side or with the dark side David Wilcock. I'll put David's Detractor Show. And I didn't even look real hard. I just looked on YouTube for anybody that was, calling him a con artist or a scammer, and we played an awful lot of that, right? So that's the David Detractor Show, where we played an awful lot of David Wilcock's detractors to prove there's more than just one. He says there's only one critic on the whole internet of his, and that's me. And that's just completely and totally factually false, 100%. And we'll check in with the Kick live chat again. Ralph is really the only proof that there are mole people living in the hollow earth, says Clydesdale. And Clydesdale also says, sadly, I moved to a place with a lot of crystal hippie bitches. Colorado? We will meme you into being the new Coast to Coast stream, says FF9000. Ray Gunner became a subscriber on the Truth Seekers Clip channel. Thank you, Ray Gunner. Thank you, everybody that subscribed. We appreciate you. Thanks for appreciating us. If you became a subscriber, right, I subscribe to the Clips channel in all capital letters and give you a shout out and thank you right now. And we appreciate all of you for doing that. I know most of you already have, but we're trying to get 300 more, right? And there's like a moth flying around in here. Wonderful. You know what's funny at the cabin when the moth season comes, like it's terrible. Like if you have a computer screen on or something, they're like landing in front of you. I'm like grabbing them and throwing them out the door. Hope you get some rest. Everyone was good. I had a great day today. I played classic video games all afternoon and I felt it fill and got paid today. So thanks all of you. Thanks to you Patreon supporters, you YouTube channel members, you Kick subscribers, you people gifting subs, you people gifting memberships. It is much, much appreciated. It's sad what happened to Colorado. Yeah, it turned into the crystal hippie bitch capital of the world. That's what happened. Where are my Hydra missiles, David? I'm still waiting for my order, says Clydesdale. Yeah. And let's see. Cash Bar Wedding subscribed to the Clips channel. Clydesdale just subbed to the Clips channel. Let's get some subs over there. Subscribers. It costs nothing. Couple mouse clips, and you can help us get that channel monetized. Some of our best and funniest bits are over there, so I would really appreciate your help in getting it monetized so that we can, and we're going to pay it forward and employ a great video editor, clips producer, to help us with that. Yes, there was Zaxxon. They had everything. I couldn't believe it. Galaga and Galaxian and Gorf and Donkey Kong and Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Pac World. They had Street Fighter 2. They had a bunch of Mortal Kombats. They had a Neo Geo machine with like 30 games. Gunther subscribed a while ago. Luca Horvat subscribed. Thank you for that. Indigo Horizon says, I love watching the Clips channel. Got to get my Steven fix when there's no stream. Best place to do it. Some of the funniest bits we've ever done are over there. And we appreciate all of you subscribing. We did jump up a little bit in the Clips channel, which is good to see. And let's see. We got halfway through our goal, and the goal ends. So unless somebody's got 24 super chats, we're not going to do the overtime. But honestly, I didn't have very much planned for the overtime. I didn't have enough time today. I was busy playing classic video games all day, right? Troll. Those pickers in Colorado have the audacity to claim their green chili is better than ours, says Troll. Yeah, they didn't have Spy Hunter. I was a little disappointed. I dumped so many quarters into Spy Hunter as a kid. Remember that game? Yeah, that game was awesome. And it was just fun to be in an arcade again. There's not many arcades left. We used to go camping a lot, my wife and I. I had a van that we converted into a camper van. And one of the things I liked about camping is we would go to these private campgrounds like KOA campgrounds or some mom and pop ones that weren't chains. But they always had an arcade, and I used to save my change and put it in a jar. And when we went camping, I would dump the big change thing out and take all the quarters camping with us and have a good time in the arcade. Haven't seen many arcades anymore. My brother has the old Nintendo 64 with Zelda. We'll play it every Christmas. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's fun to relive those memories of your childhood. And I felt like a kid in a candy store today, just playing the games. I played a lot of pinball today too, which is not something I generally enjoy, but there were so many to choose from there. They had a Pulp Fiction pinball. They had a Star Trek pinball. They had a Star Wars pinball. They had all kinds of different themed pinball games. So when I got tired of some of the video games, I played pinball for a while, and it was fun watching my son play pinball. I don't think he's ever played a real pinball machine. He's 9. There's not many around. Yeah, sounds like a sweet arcade. Yeah, and actually, let me go over to that. TNT Amusements. If you put TNT Amusements into the YouTube search bar, they have a YouTube channel. Let me see if I can. One moment. Some of their videos, they're like in the back room. Just give me a moment, and I'm going to try to find a video where they're, in the game room so you can see the game room that they have. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, I got it. Okay, 1 second. All right, here we go. This is the place that we were at today. It's called TNT Amusements. And they set up and do live streams from their game room, which is interesting. And I don't think they'll mind, but I'm still going to cite fair use. This is transformative work. We're educating the public. I'm just talking about this place. You should go there if you get a chance.
Briefly, I'm just gonna. I have to. I will. We're gonna go to a blank screen for a moment. So
Okay, let's get to the where
Best way to find you.
I'm on
Should they just call you? What's your number?
168.
Here's the game room.
the May.
Did you get a chance to see this side art? Because it is actually very cool.
But let me turn on the overhead lights.
Oh, you see Kong fighting that crocodilian.
Whatever it is. And then you've got the pterodactyls.
Yeah, they have a King Kong
So
pinball
this is
game.
the Pro.
Yes.
We'll have the premium.
And here's
And Kurt never showed up.
This is all I've done since 1992.
That's awesome.
Well, you have a forced retirement at 100.
Okay.
So there'll be no more
kind of in the back
Blue Oyster
room.
later if you want to see them with their shirts off.
Oh my. At least we're keeping our pants on this time.
The Blue Oyster.
Let me see if I can find a better video. 1 second. They got to have one for the game room, right? Like to show more of the game room. They have a whole showroom. Here, our greatest clips. This is the game room, yeah. Just a fun place. The guy that runs it is kind of a joker. Look at that Tron game.
Those guys could ship to the moon a very brand new
Centipede.
I'm a Todd fan. TNT fan. Cause they will make one out of two. It will never go bad again.
Yeah, they just have so many games there.
Brand new system.
And they repair them.
Crème de la crème.
Let's see if we can find another one that shows the game room better. Yeah, I should have found one. Oh, he was going to do a reality.
Now at Wawa.
Oh, 1 second. He was going to do a reality show from there, but I don't think that ever really happened. But he's got a pitch for it here. Oh, non-skippable ads. Okay, here. This is a perfect one to share, actually. So let me share it again. He was going to do a reality show from there. And it's so funny because it's just like an industrial business park. You would never know that this place is inside there from the outside of the building.
I'm Todd Tuckey. For the past 30 years, my crew and I have been working to keep the American arcade alive. We go through hell and back to find and restore your favorite quarter munchers so nostalgic gamers have another chance at the high score.
We're heading to Sicklerville, New Jersey. We were dropping off the Pac-Man machine, picking up with spiders, a final fight, and a Seawolf for an overhaul.
Going to the customer's house, you don't know what you're going to find.
How you doing? Hey, we're here to exchange for a couple of arcade games.
Jane, in fact, had an arcade back in the video game boom in the early 80s.
It was a standalone building in a strip mall in Eagleville. Well, the irony is, 2 years later when we sold it, I was back on active duty. I got a call from the U.S. Attorney and said, "Do you know Dr. Larry Levin?" I I said, no, the name doesn't ring a bell. He said, well, you sold him a game room. I said, well, we sold the dentist a game room. You're right. Dr. Larry Levin was the cocaine king. I think he's still on a who's down.
James, we'll see you again in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just in time for your party.
Sounds good to me. Have a good weekend.
Thanks. I've sent Dan out to an auction.
That's
searching for some games.
Walking through the auction, and then I saw two Miss Pac-Mans there, and I thought we could make a lot of money off of them. Right off the bat, those are always sure buy. Unfortunately, at the auctions, the customer base is there too, not just dealers, and they'll drive the prices up.
Everybody's bidding. Everybody's in a frenzy.
4.5, 500, 5.5.
We couldn't get them for a decent price, so we just had to let them pass.
You don't want to get sucked into the excitement and overbid on something.
It would have been nice to get them, but
yeah.
it's just something that we can't afford to pay for.
Let's look inside this toilet. That soon will be a treasure.
Seawolf, I
gonna
remember
need a
this
lot
game.
of work.
1976.
Gene has a big party coming, and I promised we'd get him to him before his party. Yes.
Oh, that's fun.
We are under
Indigo
pressure.
Horizon, yeah.
Yes, it will take us some time, and yes, there is a chance we won't get it done. But we're going to work our hardest. Everybody's going to be working on these at one point. We got a lot of work on this machine. This is a 20-hour project. You can start now. I talked to Dan earlier, and he told me there was a Super Chex hockey there.
They have that machine in their game room now, the
before
Super
the
Chex
auction. It
hockey.
did have a circuit board in it. Was not playing, but
Joust.
it did light up.
They had
so
that today, Kevin.
we can repair that here. We have
Joust.
the means and the manpower and the knowledge. At the end of the auction, when everything was done, I walked outside, get away, get some air, and give Todd a call. Hey Todd, we made out pretty good.
He said, Todd, I got some great deals.
Let him know right away about the Super Check. I guess how much we got the Super Checks for? 120 bucks.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
He
He's trying to sell it now for $3 grand.
There's a wise old saying, you make your money when you buy. And that's just what Dan did.
And that's a win all day. We'll sell that for
And that's the
$2,000.
game room.
So what we're going to do, instead of fussing with this old thing, is just use a brand new one. So we're going to cut each wire off and then solder it together. And we'll have a brand new connector when we're done.
Takes a lot of skill to
I'm
keep
going to
these
resolder
old
all these
machines
pins
going.
here. This is where the socket actually connects to the connector here. So we're going to reheat each one to make sure it has a good connection.
Sometimes you get an auction piece that you end up dropping off the roof.
What the hell? Oh, whoa. Yeah, this guy Todd that runs the place is a really interesting guy. I
That's the
talked
way
to him
the
for a while
captain
today.
crashes. Seawolf is done. And Gene has been waiting a little longer than we thought, but he's getting this baby tonight.
Oh, it's 100% better. I mean, it's,
Yeah,
it's
that is
completely,
cool.
not only does it work, obviously, but they've done a great job in restoring it.
Seawolf
Yeah, it makes you
has been an
nostalgic
adventure
for
for us.
childhood, right?
Bringing back a game this old back to life was tough.
Yeah, the sides were splitting because of just the age. So the artwork was kind of coming apart.
Match 30-year-old colors that have been faded and things like that are a bit more difficult.
Oh, Steve painted it. It made it look really good again.
It is nice to work on equipment
Yeah, they
that's
completely
built so
restore these
well.
old machines.
The periscope solid metal. It's just a nice piece of equipment. And now we have it in a home where the customer will appreciate it.
Seeing the end product. Seeing it come in
Yeah,
looking like crap,
Ryan says he's
and then seeing it go
saving up
out
for a
and the
Toyota
customer's
Tundra.
actually happy.
My
with
wallet is
what we
broke.
did. I think that's where I
No
get most
air hockey
satisfaction, just
after
being able to,
meltdowns, no.
see it go.
Cash Bar Wedding, that place rocks. Been to many parties there. Yeah, my wife found this. I remember them. They used to have infomercials.
They're not just starters, they're party starters.
Wow.
Tasties. Feed the fun.
Hold on. Oh, that was the end of that video, actually. So I guess we'll just end things here. Some of those old boards are absolute soldering nightmares. Yeah, I know. I would watch that reality show, says Algaray. I miss drive-ins, old-fashioned arcades, and jukeboxes. They had a jukebox there too, and you didn't need quarters. It was in the party room, so we had pizza and cake and ice cream and all that stuff. You know, kids had a great time, and the parents even had a great time. Yeah, glow in the dark. YouTube doesn't like you to use those. I keep saying that. Nobody listens to me. The more the future sucks, the more we gaze into the past. Yeah, that was awesome. I had such a good time there today. I had a great time. I think I had more fun than my boys, right? My older son is autistic though, and he doesn't play many games, but he did play a few. He played the skee ball machines and a few of the games, but he's not into video games. He won't play video games, but he had a great time. Plenty of snacks. He was there for the food, right? Yeah. We'll check in one more time with Kick and make sure we have no shout outs, and I'll check in with the PayPal pledges as well. That's another great way to support the show. Oh, we want to thank Rex Racer for a last minute subscription over on Kick. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. Much, much appreciated.
Dude, I'm going to make so much money. This is insane.
Thank you, Rex Racer. Almost missed that, so I'm glad that I checked in one more time. And thank you to everybody that subscribed to the Clips channel. If you're watching a replay, the live chat replay should still be there. You could go there and subscribe. We'd appreciate your support in doing so. We're trying to get that channel monetized. And I'll check in very quickly. And we want to thank Railroad Bum for buying me a coffee. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show. Railroad Bum bought me a coffee. I love to see that. Thank you.
I have no money. Why would you give that man money?
Well, at least now I can buy a coffee thanks to Railroad Bum. And I had a video. He did an original song about Darksydephil. I'll play it on the next stream. I left it on my other computer, didn't upload it to the cloud or my Google Drive, so I apologize to Railroad Bum. We'll definitely play it on the next stream. And we want to thank Nemesis Bex for a $10 PayPal pledge saying, just showing my support. Thank you for your kindness. Nemesis Bex is the MVP of PayPal pledges.
Dude, I'm going to make so much money. This is insane.
All right. Nice to revisit the past, says Archaic Revival, but you cannot live there. What part of Philly is this place? It's not in Philly. It's in the Philadelphia suburbs. It's about 20 minutes from my house. And here is the best part. Basically, what that arcade that he has it's for parties, but it's majorly, it's in Southampton, Pennsylvania, which is just outside of Philly in the Philadelphia suburbs. And they're open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Sunday is reserved for the birthday parties and total rent outs. But here's the best part. I'm going to take my son back there a whole bunch of times in the summer, because if you only have you and one other person, if you only have two people, you go there and they let you in the arcade, the showroom for 2 hours for $40, right? So I'm going to take Xavier back there during the summer. His older brother, Xavier, my older son, is going to be in a summer program all summer, all day, from June through the end of August. So I can just take Xavier there. Remember, my older autistic son is not so much into video games, and I wouldn't want to take him there for 2 hours and him be bored or have maybe a meltdown or whatever. But I mean, how's that? $40 for 2 hours in an arcade, and you don't need quarters? Fuck yeah, sign me up. And I never knew, but this place is like 20 minutes from my house. So we're going to be going back there a lot. Arlene is reminding everybody that you can visit the True Seekers website at trueseekershow.com. From there, you can get all the latest episodes, whether you want the audio version of the podcast or the full video version. All the latest episodes are there, trueseekershow.com. So if you're ever Wondering, have you seen the latest live stream? You could just check in there at trueseekershow.com. It aggregates and fills it up automatically. So every time we post a new show, it gets posted to the website right after broadcast. And we love and appreciate all you audio podcast listeners, but you're missing half the fun. So go on over to YouTube, put True Seekers, one word in the search bar. You'll see me, the strange guy with sunglasses, pop up. It should be the first search result when you put True Seekers into YouTube. Smash the subscribe button, or go to the channel, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and come to our interactive live broadcasts and shows. We appreciate you. Thanks for appreciating us. And we want to thank all of you kind and generous benefactors for your support, whether you're supporting us on Patreon or a YouTube channel member or a Kick subscriber, a gifted Kick sub. I promise I'm going to figure out the badges over on Kick. Robert P. gifted 10 subs over on Kick, and he's got a leader badge now, a #1 badge. So give some subs, and I think it auto gives you the badge, but there's something with Kick where I can give people like founders badges or something. I have yet to figure it out. I'm going to do that. Sherry says, I'm glad you spent a fun day with your boys. You're an awesome father. Your wife picked well. Thank you. I'd like to think I picked well too. We're, like every marriage, we have our ups and downs, but we're working to make sure everybody's happy, right? Happy wife, happy life. I heard Ralphie May, famous comedian, God bless him, he's passed on. I hope wherever he is, I think he's in heaven making God laugh right now, making God and all the angels and everybody else laugh. Tremendously talented, one of my favorite comedians, Ralphie May. And I just saw a clip on YouTube of him talking about marriage, Sherry, and he said, you could be right or you could be happy if you're a man in a relationship. It can't be both, right? So choose well. I'm never right, according to my wife, but I stay happy. Just let her be right. That's the key to a successful marriage. So we have done our due diligence. I'm going to be back tomorrow night. I got a full boat week for you. This coming week is going to be very busy for me. There's a lot going on in the UFO and alien space, and we're covering it all next week, starting tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. But for now, that's all I got for you. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Hope you'll be here with me. No place I would rather be than here with you, except maybe the cabin. And I'll be going there early again this week. I'm going to do a 3-day weekend. The last and final prep stuff is getting done before my wife gets there. So I got a lot of cleaning and cleaning up to do. She's a stickler for that. And I got tools all over the cabin and little projects to finish up and clean up and some, yard work to do. We're getting a big load of gravel and some other stuff. And I got some landscaping to do before she gets there. I want to pretty it up for her. That's what she keeps asking me for, landscaping. I'm like, we're in the woods. What am I supposed to do? I'm going to do a couple people suggested a rock garden, like with flowers. And that's easy to do because there's plenty of rocks around. We're in the mountains. So we're going to do that. But I'll be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I hope that you will be here with us. I want to thank everybody for the tremendous support tonight. Even though we didn't hit the goal, we had tremendous support tonight, and Robert P. gifting all those memberships. Thank you so much, all of you, for the support. So that's all I got for you, friends. Until next time, my name is Stephen Cambian. Good night, and God bless all of you.
Dark corners of the night, secrets hidden from the light. Whispers turn to screams, shattering all your dreams. Eyes wide open now, truth you can't disavow. Echoes through the halls, crashing all your walls. Truth seekers, exposing the truth. Truth seekers, coming for you. Uncover the lies, open your eyes. Shadows try is true.